Look around, leaves are brown, and the sky is a hazy shade of winter. A hazy shade of winter. Look around, leaves are brown, and the sky is a hazy shade of winter. A hazy shade of winter. And the sky is a hazy shade of winter.
One. Who wants to do the recap?
I can do this one. I don't think I've done it in a while.
Okay.
This is a long one. I'm gonna try and like wave over some of the book specific stuff, but we start with the big bad book with the tongue stapled into it, and we think like, we shouldn't open it, but maybe we should identify it. Gabar sends Big Smile on a fetch quest to get some scroll spell book he found earlier. Quintus investigates that golem that seemed to be like corrupted over time by this book, and the book was like using the golem as like a spell casting focus almost. So Gabar takes his time. He identifies the book as the Tome of the Still Tongue, but we're not really sure what's inside because it seems to be like intentionally locked. There's like secrets that are sealed away, but this is bad as one name rings in Gabar's head. Vecna, the Whispered One, the Keeper of Secrets, an ancient god, and we're like, holy fuck, we cannot touch this book whatsoever. And at the time we're like, we probably shouldn't even give this to Scriven Scry because it's so powerful. We think about what to do with it. Gabar does augury to see if we can like destroy it in the abjuration tower, and eventually we come to the consensus that Scriven Scry is probably the lesser of all evils and that we will give it to him. On our way before we leave, V grabs a head from one of the bodies on the golem's back to do Speak with Dead later. We see Scriven Scry, we give him the book, he lets us stay in his library, and he offers some advice about how to focus on the main objective instead of getting muddied down by the small details, which is basically advice on like how to navigate this library labyrinth, how it works. Quintus reads about Arcana loss and how like powerful they are. We learn other stuff about like bridging realms, which kind of just speaks to like the books that are in this library and like what the Netherese are up to. It's some pretty crazy stuff. We focus our minds on the forbidden section and we find a stairway to this gate that was armed to the teeth with defenses at some point, but something massive like a library golem smashed through it. So we follow this chamber, goes underground, and there's all these bookcases locked behind bars and chained up, and there's all these arcane protections. So we take our time to check it out, and we find a buttload of stuff. I'll rifle through it as quick as I can here. Notably, glorious ooze. All hail slime. I have written in my notes here about the demon prince of the slime Jubilex, necrolithic rites, and also a ninth level true resurrection scroll falls out of this book. It's about how to like capture unwilling souls. Valen opens a book and she just gets stuck into it, enthralled for a long time. The Fall of Revolution about like celestials that tried to a celestial that tried to kill a mortal. You try to use like divination to like identify which people would do evil and kill them. Super cool stuff. V speaks with Dead at that point, and we find a few things. They tell us that the librarian Golden Face is the one that can unlock the bookshelves. We also ask about Magister Veneranda, who's this like scientist instead of an actual archmage. And Iria Larthus really liked that she blended this like magic with science, but the other like mages didn't like her because it wasn't like magey enough. It was too sciency, anyways. we also learn after the fall, Irrelarthus's obelisk was fractured and he tried to fix it. The obelisk was this landmark that he liked to parade around, but no one really knew why. We also ask about the nether oak, and all we need is but a twig from this nether oak. Because it's so powerful, it's like a manifestation of essentially like pure weave. So all we need to make a wand is just a branch of it. We go back, we get Goldface, the librarian, who can open all the books for us. One of the books is this book with like an eyeball on it that's following V. It allows her to contact other planes, which is not a good idea to do right now. Quintus finds these books on like kind of low key magical terrorism, like how to break worlds. It was like the equivalent of like dirty bombs to like destroy a city. They're the Codex of Banished Arts. Gabar finds X the Mystic's Arcane Grimoire with all these insanely high level spells. The Tome of Arcane Mastery lets you like learn any spell as long as you have a slot for it. And a book with all these textures that's about golems, and it's like so intense and confusing that it like gives you a migraine or more if you keep reading it. He also finds 3 weird gilded spell scrolls. We look at more books. Many of them are cursed, and we learn we need to be careful to the tune of Sapphira aging 20 years as she is stuck in one, which is absolutely nuts. We find a book on incinerating souls, a book about like how divination magic work, talk about like deities and chronomancy. We also, Quintus goes back to get a book on the Faerun, and we learn just about all their insane abilities, immunities, resistances, etc. Um, and they're like innate ability to manipulate minds and creatures just like with their own thoughts. So these are like powerful dudes. Um, we talk about how to use the books and the knowledge, like can we use it as defense against the gods hampering the weave? Maybe that takes so long, but that's like the track that the Netherese are on. It's kind of a good thing that they fell out of the sky, we surmise. We talk about a plan B of like if Avarice captures us yet again, we hand her one of these cursed books that like maybe will like freeze her or something. We steal a bunch of books. The Shield Guardians just ripping them off the walls at this point for us. And then we discuss our plan for tomorrow. So the Arboretum, and then the Divination Tower. And then we kind of talk a bit about like other landmarks. We don't want to miss cool shit, but we know we'll need the towers to like shut down this force field. We also try to remove the curse on the hairless ones in the party, but no luck. The arcane blight sets in even further as we have to deal with that. And then I just have that we go in the dome for a long rest.
Okay. So, Nate, are you here?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right. Just listening to this. We get the night before that you guys woke up, and we see V in the dome on their little bedroll, sort of tossing and rubbing their head as they like cradle on their chest this disgusting black arm with these dozens of red eyes on it. The camera sort of zooms down on one of the eyes that blinks, and when it blinks, we whoosh open up into a dream that V is having. It's just all blackness, and we see V just floating, her hair like levitating. It's almost as if she's underwater, her clothes sort of lifting up, and she doesn't have this like weird black hand. And then a single red eye appears, and it's massive, and it illuminates her entire body in red. And then another one, and another one, and another one, much smaller. Thousands, hundreds of thousands of eyes appear all in the darkness at this varying levels, right? And did I have a voice for this fucking thing?
You did.
Was it good? Was it like a deep demon voice?
I don't recall.
Well, it is today.
I thought it was good.
They are coming, my child. They get nearer by the second.
That's really it.
Can
An
I
ominous
reply?
warning. You may, if you wish.
Who? Who's coming?
My thing stopped working for a second. Can you guys still hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. It'll say in its deep, spooky voice. The God Brain.
They're coming after us. They're coming after me.
They are coming after the spindle.
Right.
And he'll say it in a very existential sort of like, they have always come and they are coming and they have come already, but they also are in this universe are coming.
Can I ask him something?
Sure. What do you want to ask him? Hello. Starting off hot.
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yes. What do you want to ask him?
Can I just ask him? My friend, if I do what you need me to do with the spindle, something bad will happen to my friend.
For the security of the multiverse, sacrifices must be made.
All right.
Is that it?
Yeah, I guess so.
The eyes will blink out. And you all wake up in the morning. Elican, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Yes, sir. Oh boy. Oh, thank the gods.
All right, you're good. Oh, I misinterpreted the way this thing works, and I'm glad that I reread it. Did everyone make con saves last game? Right?
Yeah.
Okay, so stuff actually happens, and I'm glad that we retouched on this. Oops.
Has this been the most important Constitution saving throw, or like the most important single dice roll in the whole campaign? Maybe.
We'll see. Okay, so I have to write down some stuff. Because actually what happens is if you have the arcane blight and then you succeed on another save, something occurs. Yep. Oh. Okay. I totally misinterpreted the way that this disease works, and it is not far less, but it is much less detrimental than I originally assumed. Now that I'm reading about it. So, no, it's still bad. Well, it's still bad. It's just you're not going to die tomorrow. because if you succeed on the save, you don't like spiral further into it if you already have it. So actually, my dramatic cliffhanger from last session is just gone because everybody else succeeded, right? Yeah, Valin did, and then Sapphira did, and V did. Oh no, V got a 14, right? Because it wasn't an advantage.
Yeah, and then what about Sapphira's aura?
Oh, then yes, then V would have succeeded too. Okay, all right. So it actually is better. So you're not bald, which is better. Okay, wow. All right, that's really good.
It doesn't get worse, but it doesn't get better.
It doesn't get better.
So still the same, just the same exact thing as yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so we're
Yes.
still like
Balding with a disadvantage on your saves, stuff like that. But you're not completely bald and like
the
your
eyes
eyes are
aren't coming
closer
Yeah,
together.
okay.
Right. I mean, they might be a little bit, but not noticeable. Okay. So sorry about that. I'm glad that we touched on it before this big session. So you guys wake up in the morning. And it is what is the day? The 5th. Yep. All right. It is the 5th. What would you guys like to do? You're in the library, right? That's where you took a long rest, in the secret forbidden chamber of the library.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to imagine that everyone gets woken up pretty abruptly as Gabar wakes up early to try to go study some more before we set out for the day, which drops the dome when he leaves.
Oh,
So where it's
okay.
like nice and cozy in there, and then all of a sudden it's just like it's freezing for
Freezing
everyone.
again.
As like he's like trying to sneak off and then forgets about the dome.
And all the little pillows that everyone was laying on like drop out from underneath of them.
Yeah, somebody gets a concussion as their head bangs on the floor.
Those are big pillows.
All right.
We gonna be able to pry you away from this place, kid? I think we got other stuff to do today.
Fuck, I was just hoping to get a little bit of reading in before we took off. Just let me know when everyone else is ready, and I'll go. But until we leave, I am reading.
Okay. Valin will ask about you found some books yesterday, and I hadn't got a chance to look at them. They were something about separating the gods from the mortal realm or something. I find that fascinating.
I believe Quintus has that book.
Yeah, well, I don't think you can cast spells as high a level anymore, so I don't see the harm.
Thank you. She will take it and put it in her pouch, in her little side bag.
Snowdrifters, we got everything we need. We gotta make tracks to this Arboretum.
Let us waste no time.
And we're away.
Okay.
If we can
So-
pull Gabar away.
He's
Put
I
your
don't
shoes
know.
on, come on.
Pretty much exactly that. Like like when your mom's trying to drag you out of Chuck E. Cheese when you're a kid.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
on his
Gabar
shirt.
right now. Yeah, he's like just. I mean, he's like before he leaves, he definitely calls Big Smile over, and has Big Smile hold open the bag, and are just like stuffing this thing chock full of books.
Cool.
Or like Illiken will be like to Gabar, like a mom moving a kid along to the next like place in the theme park or whatever. Be like, well, how about the Arboretum? There's some very nice wood there.
So I just want to say at the end of every session, me and Eric like have a little powwow. And after I talk to you about the place that you're about to head to, He came to me after the episode and was like, by the way, it's Arboretum. And I was
Oh,
like, oh, I did not know it was Arboretum. So
I
it's
had a feeling I
Arboretum,
was- yeah.
like our burrito. So it's Arboretum, but it's Arboretum.
Arboretum.
It's
Yeah.
our
Yeah.
burrito.
It's our burrito, but it's
Okay.
an Arboretum. Yep.
it's Leviosa, not Leviosa.
Not Leviosa.
Levioso.
Okay, just want to make that clear so you guys can, so that we all can pronounce it correctly.
We go
So-
to the Arboretum.
Yes.
The burrito is going to carry
It
me.
is
That's all I'm gonna
Arboretum.
remember.
Shit.
Yep. That's what Eric said. And I was like,
the fuck does Eric even know
He's
this?
right.
Okay, so you guys want to head to the Arboretum. You begin.
yes.
Yeah. Okay. You want to make your way out of the library.
Mhm.
How do you go about doing that?
Exit. Get me the fuck out of here.
Okay. So you guys think about it, focus on trying to exit, and you do find yourself in the main library chamber that's like this huge tower that you can see up multi levels. And in the room beyond is the giant golden statue of Iriel Arthas. And beyond that is the exterior.
Can you take us over to the main map real quick?
Yep. I'm doing it right this very second.
Cheers, thank you, sir. So okay.
Sorry, very quick. So when we were lurking around last session, we found a book that if you study it, you can cast another spell
Mm-hmm.
of that. Do you remember how did that like? Do you just have to like spend like a certain amount of time studying that book, or
Yes, over the course of a certain amount of days.
Tome of Arcane Mastery is what it says.
Yep, I will find that for you right
It was like-
quickly.
It was basically like magical secrets, right?
48 hours over the course of 6 days.
Okay, thank you. And that gives you an extra spell slot, or lets you
No,
just learn an extra spell.
It lets you learn a spell from any class. You just have to have slots of that level of spell. So you can learn a first level or a fifth level, right? You guys have fifth level spells.
Mhm.
You can learn a first level or a fifth level, and anywhere in between. Okay, so you exit out into the frigid Yithrin. The city is eerily quiet, and it's on like a bit of a cant. But I will say, so the city is slanted, right? But you haven't noticed it because it seems as though when you walk on the ground, you are always parallel. You never have to like walk up a hill. It seems there's some sort of gravity magic cast on the whole place that allows you to not have to like walk uphill. And you think that has something to do with the Mythalar being active. All right. You're heading to the Arboretum. Cool. It's a quick jaunt. It's like down the street. You do have to walk through some rubble and city streets to make your way to the Arboretum. A canopy of colorful leaves crowns the trees inside a sunken basin. The trees grow free of frost, in stark contrast to their bleak surrounding, their branches swaying even though the air is deathly still. A shimmering, transparent dome shields the interior from the harsh cold outside. There is a low wall that surrounds the entire perimeter of the sunken basin, but there are gaps within it to enter if you so wish. Like cool archways or something, very stone shapey, elegant, nethery stuff.
Yeah,
You guys
I'll,
going?
I'll vault over if there's like a break in the low wall.
Sure.
Vault over that and head in. Do we Like feel resistance as we enter the bubble?
A slight resistance, but you easily pass through it. So everyone enters, right?
Yep.
Cool. So this place is actually pretty cool. Vents spaced around the perimeter wall emit a puffy gray vapor that rises above the treetops and disperses like a misty rain. Though it remains kind of cold. It's not super freezing cold, but it is a little chilly. The misty spray resists freezing and feels warm on your skin. Above head, this is the thing that kind of fucks you guys up. An illusory hemisphere projects a false sky. It must have once been this masterfully beautiful illusion, but it's now faltering. The vista flickers between a wild storm and a vast field of stars. And it just flickers in between these two things, sometimes longer than others. The magic within this arboretum appears to not only have sustained the garden, but allowed it to flourish with wild abandon. The trees have grown tall and untamed, some of which appear to defy gravity, their branches cascading in impossible intertwining patterns. You basically have walked into like a jungle.
Well, this is quite a sight, not only for someplace so cold, but I believe this place was once floating, so, well, you all have seen how difficult it is to create even a small grove in my mountain home. This was an immense undertaking.
Is like one of these trees the nether oak, or these old nether oaks? I asked to the group.
They all appear very vastly different. It would require some investigation to get a closer idea.
I mean, like, there are some forests out there that are just like technically one big tree. So it might all just be connected.
Can we even see through the
No.
thicket, or okay?
No, it's like dense. It must have used to have been like a park that you could stroll through, but the little pathways have been grown over with foliage.
Do we want to check it out? Maybe head towards the middle of this overgrown mess, if we can find one.
Do we think that we can get across this entire thing in 10 minutes if we were to walk through it?
I'll tell you
Or is
right
it
now.
bigger than that?
Say 170. I have like exploration times thing. Excuse me, sorry.
Yeah.
I don't think 10 minutes is gonna cut it. Just because like maybe if it wasn't super overgrown, but it is now like a jungle that you have to get through. So probably not 10 minutes. It's also like actually gigantic. If you compare it to a lot of things in the city, it's fucking huge.
You got a picture of another oak bar, or do you want to cast some detect magic, or?
No, I have no idea what another oak looks like. We never did find a book on it. I can try to just do a quick locate object if Nether Oak would be something that works on that.
Unfortunately, because there is a locate plants
Yeah. Is there a locate
the-
plant? Huh.
Yes, the existence of locate plants infers to me that
Yeah, plants aren't objects. It's like a
Oh,
creature
that's fair.
type.
I guess I didn't realize that there's a locate plant spell.
yeah, locate animals or plants is one spell.
Oh, I have
Druids
locate creature. That's the one I had prepped.
Yeah, Quintus, not Quintus, Yoros used it once to find ingredients for that weird homunculus find familiar spell.
Oh yeah.
I mean, if you listen close enough, maybe you can hear what these trees are saying. Can I go up and touch one?
Sure. So you approach a tree, and what's how you feeling today? Your character?
Good, well rested.
Feel well rested?
First time
Okay.
in a long time, you know.
The tree, as you approach it, this is a it appears to be some sort of oak tree. But as you approach it, all the leaves on the tree change colors from this regular green to a green blue with hints of purple. And they just like you know how Mystique from X-Men, she like shifts, you know, with like flipping of scales kind of thing. That's what the tree does, but like the leaves flip and all the colors change. But yeah, you touch it.
And now I'll ask if we're here to let you live and flourish. If you could you point us in the way of the Nether Oak?
The leaves of the tree flicker once more into a wave of all black.
Oh,
Like a venom, you know, venom takes over that's sort of what happens. Is it like slides and goops down, but it's just an illusion where the leaves are flipping colors.
yeah. Take my hand off and kind of slowly back away. I don't think it liked that much.
After a moment of backing away, the leaves change back to green, how they were before you approached it.
Look, again, this seems like your territory. What do you make of that? Some sort of defense mechanism?
Yes, but most assuredly not natural. That was placed there by some kind of mage, if I were to guess.
I think it's something else. If the Nether Oak's a living conduit of the weave is wrong here. It's been feeding on that for 2,000 years.
True. Could have developed some kind of odd reaction to it. But whatever it is not right.
Well, if it were another oak, I could find out in about 10 minutes.
Would you have in mind, good?
I just, I assume that it'd be magic in nature, and I think identify might work on it then. Maybe.
Maybe.
It works on the weave, yes, so.
Yeah, if it is a magic imbued object. Well, okay, there's that object word again.
I'll allow it. If you want to
You could-
spend the 10 minutes to figure it out. But there's like 100 million trees in this place, and they all look different.
Yeah, you could also cast Identify on people to see if there's any spells affecting them.
Ah, that's interesting.
Oh yeah, that's true. It's right there on the bottom. Never do read that far into the spells. Yeah, I'll spend like 10 minutes just tracing my sigil around like the tree, around the roots, and then after 10 minutes, if other people want to do anything, otherwise I'll just touch the pearl
Yep.
to it.
All right. Is there anything else anyone would like to do in those 10 minutes?
Are there any critters wandering about Illican Wonders?
Make a perception check.
Give me a moment.
So, Illican, as you look around to find creatures, you don't see a creature. At least, you don't think so. Or maybe you did. You just saw yellow. No, they're blue. Blue, glowing, feline eyes that are just floating above a branch on a tree. A human-like grin grows from beneath the eyes, and then it disappears.
All right, he'll whoever's nearby, he'll point this out to.
Sure. You guys look over. You didn't catch it. It wasn't. You just saw it.
I swear it was right there.
Can I
Sorry,
use
get forgiven
my... Could I use Divine Sense to see?
Yeah. What does Divine Sense pick up?
Side Sonar.
Fiends, Undead, and Celestials.
Nope. You don't catch anything.
Except for Sonar.
You get a ping. It's sonar.
Ah. Every time.
Yeah, that's gonna be on the t-shirt too. You get a ping. It's sonar.
That's like a hallmark of this campaign.
It's always worth a shot.
All right. Is there anything else you guys would like to do?
Just keep a lookout. Make sure we don't get ambushed.
Okay. After about 10 minutes, you identify this tree. I will say, some of the other, you will notice as you all sit around for 10 minutes waiting, there are like little teeny little orbs of light that just float in throughout the forest, like just below the canopy, casting a sort of eerie light within this place. Could be some sort of magical effect or some sort of magical tree seedlings or something, or a mushroom fungus. What do they call it? Spores or something like that. You're not entirely sure. However, after 10 minutes, Gabar, you will understand that this tree is called a chimera oak, and it is found primarily in the Feywild. And the oak tree's leaves change color based on the emotions of those nearby it.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'll be damned. I should have guessed.
This ain't it. Let's keep moving. I don't think there's any point in studying these things.
We want to venture into the heart of the Arboretum then.
I have a feeling that's where the Nether Oak's gonna be. It's just smack dab in the fucking middle.
Yeah. All right. Is it like traversable, just like rough terrain, or is
Yeah.
it like so? Okay.
No, yeah, you can walk through it. I mean, it's like the woods, you know?
Yeah,
You'd have
all
to
right.
step over some bushes and push your way through some branches, but yeah, you can make your way through.
Big Smile will lead the way into wherever I can try and determine is the middle of this thing.
Sure, make a survival check.
Sure.
You easily lead your party through this brambles and thick foliage, and following up behind you guys is the shield guardian, who just like clears a path behind him as he just bursts through branches and stuff. As you walk through, you pass like the chimera oak, and when V, let's say, passes it, all the leaves turn red. And then maybe when Sapphira passes it, all the leaves turn red again. Valin too, probably. You are walking through the Arboretum, and Big Smile will say, "Oh, watch out! Watch your step there." And as he speaks, there's this moss that covers one of the trees, and it lights up with the sound of his voice. This pink and purple illumination color when he speaks. Illican, make another perception check for me.
Let's see here.
Okay. As you guys are walking through, Illican, you will notice a flit, a quick motion that's very contained. And it catches your eye up in a tree above you. And you will see what appears to be the hind legs and the tail of a gray and white striped cat. It's very big. It's like maybe a little bit smaller than a lion. And you just see it from behind a tree, like it's sticking out, and then it disappears from behind the tree, and it goes out of your view.
Everyone, remember that cat? It's a bit bigger than I thought it was. And, well, knowing what I know of these creatures, I think it is pouncing.
We gotta be prepared to deal with it. Seems like we're not alone here.
Well, luckily, my eyes are good enough to notice it, and I know that as long as you can stare down a cat, usually won't charge. But this is not a cat of the likes that I've seen in particular, so we of course should be on guard, as if we weren't already.
Maybe if we just leave everything alone, it'll leave us alone.
The Shield Guardian smashes
yeah, I was
through
gonna-
another tree.
Maybe smash a bit more gently, Shield Guardian. He'll like pat it.
Valin will say, "I am the one to command this Shield Guardian."
Of course.
She gives
Just
you
be
a
mindful.
dirty eye. All right. You guys just want to keep going? Or?
After Illican says that, Gabar, not wanting any surprises, is going to reach into his component pouch and just smear that ash across his face as I cast See Invisibility.
Awesome. Make a
on
perception
myself.
check.
I will cast Mage Armor as well, just to have it out.
Okay.
Oh, not bad.
You will see in the ethereal plane, coiled around a tree to the left of you. And this tree is got like these wide sort of swaying branches, like those trees in the savannah, right? Or like a old ass oak tree that have these big, heavy, but they twist upon themselves, right? And twirl in unnatural ways. You will see coiled around the trunk of this tree is this sort of thick, furry, striped thing. And it's moving like it's a snake coiled around the tree. And it will come from around the tree, and you'll see the head of this thing, which is a wide cat head with glowing blue eyes and a human mouth that smiles really widely. It doesn't know that you can see it.
All right, I'm gonna try to play it off like I totally don't see it, and I'm just gonna relay that to the parties. Be like, this thing's halfway between our plane and halfway between the ethereal, and it's certainly not in your imagination, Illican. It's on that tree. It's honestly kind of fucking terrifying.
Yeah, I have no idea what that thing is.
It's not a cat.
Play it cool.
It looked kind of like that.
A sire cat, motherfucker. Aw, I hate that.
So you guys continue marching through, or what do you want to do about this
Oh my
cat?
god, I gotta X that window out. That's so creepy. Oh my.
That's like some American
I like
McGee.
the Cheshire
Alice.
Cat.
I like that
Yeah.
actually.
I'm gonna clock it, and I'm just gonna keep relaying it to the party. Be like, it's on the tree to our left.
Yeah, and then
It's
it'll
there.
disappear. It'll disappear from that tree and teleport to a different tree, where it is like much stubbier now, and it's upside down on the bottom of the tree, like, you know, laying on its side, like it's resting on its belly underneath a branch.
I'm gonna take actually this opportunity to be like, I can tell if we want to deal with this thing when we have it on its hind legs, to so to speak. I don't have anything that can make invisible creatures visible, but if anyone were to have such a spell, I can tell you where to cast it.
We even need to be fucking with this thing, or
His thing's clocking us, it's tracking us, and if Illiken is truthful or knows what he's talking about cats stalking their prey, this thing feels like it's doing just that.
How far away was this thing when he pointed, like when he said, "Hey, it's
like
over there"?
20 feet, and maybe 15
Can
feet in the air.
Can I cast a detect thoughts?
Yeah, but it's on the ethereal plane.
Oh,
I don't actually think you can.
okay.
If we want to keep going, I can probably also cast like see invisibility to like keep an eye on this thing.
Yeah, if
You
you want
guys-
to as well. That's essentially what Gabar's doing right now with it. But if you want to keep an eye on it too, by all
Like have
means.
two people kind of like keeping an eye on it just in case.
Yeah.
You guys stop to discuss this, and you will be right next to a pine tree, like some sort of coniferous tree that has shiny silver bark, and the needles shimmer like starlight.
oh, I've never seen anything like this. All these trees are giving me the heebie-jeebies here.
That's a pine tree, big smile.
Dude, look at that bark. That's shiny as hell. I've never seen no pine tree like that.
It looks like a pine tree. I bet you can make pine needle tea out of it.
Oh fuck! I would kill for some pine needle tea right now.
There's a pine tree right there.
I thought
But
I
you
had
all-
seen every type of tree of that type that there is, but clearly I have not.
You're just gonna eat shit you find in here?
Yeah,
Does that seem like a good idea?
Gabar, you always tell me not to go around messing with stuff, and it's got to be no different here.
There's no way Gabar taught you that. He messes with everything.
I'm thinking
No,
more
I scold
like
him for doing this. Do as I say, not as I
Typical
do.
hypocrite.
Yeah.
He's a fucking
Um,
wizard. What do you expect?
You guys will hear ethereal laughter.
oh fuck.
And
You got
floating not too far above your heads, maybe 10 feet, Gabar, you will see an entire coiled up, elongated cat, right? That's hanging upside down. But all of you guys will just see an upside down cat head with these blue eyes, and it twists in a circle. And as it spins in a circle, Gabar, you will see its body like rotating in midair, just floating. It'll then disappear out of everyone else's view. But Gabar, you will see it sort of float around like the way that the dragon from Dragon Ball Z flies. It just sort of twirls around.
this thing is definitely fucking with us now.
Yeah, no, it's just circling
Let's get this
around us.
branch and get out of here. Does it seem like we've maybe gotten to like the middle?
Not yet. It is a very dense forest. You've been maybe walking for like 10 minutes.
Let's push further then.
You continue to push forward. Along the way, you find a fern, like bush or whatever they call that, like ferns, that will just intermittently phase in and out of the material plane. So you'll like see it for a second and then it phases out. Then it phases back in as it just sort of floats there. Then it phases back out. It seems that every single plant in this arboretum is magical in some way. You guys sort of just watch it for a second just to see, because it's kind of cool. And then pop, there's a feline cat head sticking out of the ferns, phasing in and out of existence. And then it'll stay there for a minute, and it's just a floating cat head. And Gabar, you will see the rest of its coiled body like floating in midair above it. And this cat head, perplexing, puzzling. And it turns in a circle, watching you guys.
I'm sorry, are we disturbing you?
No nonsense. I was playfully pondering your predicament. He'll disappear from view, and he will teleport
Alright, then.
to a tree elsewhere, and then you will see his entire coiled body. Actually, you'll just see the stripes of his body, right? And this big giant cat head on a tree. He'll laugh.
So you're just gonna watch us then?
I was wistfully wondering why these mere mortals are meandering a fantastical forgotten forest.
Kablar, should we ask this thing for help? Tell her what we're
Well,
doing?
It hasn't tried to kill us yet, I guess. Maybe it's not as malicious as we thought.
We're looking for the Nether Oak. You know where it is?
I knew of such a tempestuous tree.
You want to point us in the right direction then?
I happen to be hesitant to help hapless heroes. I do nothing, not a no way, no how, for free. And then he'll disappear.
I approve of this amazing alliteration.
Yeah, fuck. DM.
He will then appear in his full cat form, this sort of stretchy, elongated cat above head. Only he's like holding his head like he's and kicking his feet, and his tail flits back and forth, just floating in midair. I could be possibly persuaded.
What if we give you some glittery gold, you gaudy, and he can't think of the last word, cat?
Gato.
Gato. That was good. That was good. Okay. He will say, no. Nonsense.
I'll shrug to the party like, fuck, what else we got?
He will slowly fade out of existence and then reappear so fucking close to you guys, and you'll see just how big it is. It's like very big. It is a little bit bigger than like a lion because it's longer, but it does have this like massive, oversized, cartoony head. Except you don't see it. You just see the smile and the two eyes floating in the air above you, like right next to you. And he will say, entertain my endless existence. If you recite the resolution of a riddle or two, he will laugh.
You know any good sea shanties, Gabar? Quintus, this seems like a bard thing. You're up your butt.
I certainly know a few sea shanties, but none of them would be anything I'm willing to say in front of anyone here.
He will
so-
teleport. He'll teleport away and then teleport on like another tree nearby, and he'll be laid out like very dramatically. Were you gonna say something, Quintus?
I'm still caught up if it wants us to answer riddles or give riddles.
Right. That is definitely up for debate. But then he will start to say, "It cannot be seen. It cannot be felt. Cannot be heard. Cannot be smelt. Lies behind stars and under hills, and empty holes it fills. Comes first, follows after, ends life, kills laughter." Then he giggles.
I hate riddles.
I haven't read The Hobbit in not too long.
Could you post
Yeah.
that?
Are we
I
going with the
can.
simple answer? Is it nothing?
Darkness.
Darkness? I was thinking darkness too, Gabar.
He will get giddy with laughter, as that is the solution. And he will kick
Can you
his
post
little
it regardless?
yes. He will kick his little cat feet in the air with giddy excitement.
Loves riddles, dude.
Glorious, glorious, gracious am I.
Is that
Care-
another riddle, or is that you just talking yourself up? You don't.
Do-
Never mind.
Do you want my help? Because I could care considerably less.
Did
Instead
you mean
of
nothing by it?
riddles.
It will teleport away and reappear on a tree like further into the woods. As if it is expecting you to follow it.
Yeah, definitely.
Your offering will oblige.
You will approach closer to it, and it will begin coiling down the tree like a snake. This thing, all things, devours. Birds, beast, trees, flowers. Gnaws iron, bites steel. Grinds hard stones into meal. Slays king, ruins town, and beats the high mountain down.
Oh, I know this one. The answer is time.
He gets so giddy and curled up into a little like a snail. He'll like roll onto the ground into a ball that looks like a snail shell, with his head at the bottom of it, and his arms will move on the body to be closer to his head, as if they were like shift positions on his body, and he will sort of scratch his head and turn it upside down. Cruel I am called, and frequently shallow, for I stalk old and young, both aged and callow. And when the clock has stopped ticking, I appear, a figment of shadow and every mortal's fear. I will post this one. This is not just from The Lord of the Rings.
Death?
I
Yeah,
like this one, but
that's-
I can't figure it out immediately.
So,
I think it's death.
I'm thinking death too.
I would assume.
He will chuckle in giddy joy. Excellent, enchanting, entertaining. I am gleefully grateful for your gregarious group. It will disappear and reappear on a tree further into the woods.
Guess we got ourselves a little guide here. Follow through.
You follow it.
Yep.
It will float into the air again. But this time all you see is its eyes and its tail that wrap around its head like it's the head. So it like makes a drawing of the head with his tail. But Gabar, you can see that it's just his body twisted and contorted in some kind of fucked up way. One prominent piece of appropriate advice. In the garden, where shadows play for hours, if you smell death, beware the large flowers. They cradle the undead, a chilling kin. Within their petals, a ghastly din. Another applicable article of advice. In the forest's hush, where shadows creep, ancient and wicked, the nether oak sleeps. Gather quietly what you seek, for in his slumber he may not peek. Or if he wakes, you must conspire. The nether oak stands with a dark desire. Convince it of your cruel intentions, lie, or beneath its boughs you shall die.
All right, so we gotta stealth our way to the Nether Oak then, and if we got caught, lie about what we're doing.
Yep. He will teleport again further into the woods.
We have Pass Without a Trace of the Sapphiro.
I have. I can
Yeah, I
probably
got-
cast it.
I got it too. I guess I should probably.
I got a
not
free
have it if
cast,
you
so
have
I
it.
can.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll do it.
What do we think? Now's probably the time, eh?
Better than any.
Yeah, force hush quietly what you seek. I think now's the time to stealth in.
Okay. You cast Pass Without a Trace as shadows cling from the canopy above head and sort of stick to your forms. The grinning cat will teleport from branch to branch, from tree stump to fern bush, as you follow it into the woods. It will stop in the middle of the path, right, and or wherever in the woods in front of you, and it will stand up on its hind legs so that you get the effect of it being like a viper, sort of sitting up straight. And he brings his little arms up close to his head, and he holds his head again, and he will say, "It was a pleasantly peculiar perchance encounter. That is the wicked way." And he'll sort of point in a direction away from where you guys are, basically saying, like, it's that way. You won't miss it. Good morning. Good day. Good evening. Good night. And goodbye. And it will disappear in a cackle of ethereal laughter. And Gabar, it's gone.
You know what? As strange as that guy was, that was probably the nicest bloke we met in about a 10-day.
I liked the undead librarian.
Oh, golden face. He's a G. That's right.
To be fair, the bar is pretty low.
Extremely low.
All right. Well, we know the way. Let's keep to ourselves and keep quiet as possible, I suppose.
All right. You guys want to approach, you want to walk towards where the grinning cat sort of pointed.
Yeah, try and do this tactfully.
Okay, everybody make a stealth check. You get a +10 to it.
Oh, fuck me.
Okay.
Sorry, boys.
Might be trying to get there.
Okay, okay.
Oh, 37 for me.
Fee.
He's got to push that average up.
Okay, so is that everybody? Yes. Yes, for the most part.
So, shield guardian.
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. So you guys quietly make your way into what appears to be a clearing. The ground beneath your feet is black grass. Like it's been spray painted. But it's not spray painted. It is black grass. Before you, in the center of this clearing, is a massive dead oak tree. It's gnarled and crooked and mad fucked up. I wonder if I have like a handout. I do. No, not. I do not. I do not. Just imagine it is a massive, like, and its roots like grow upwards. I mean, this thing's huge. It tops out at the top of the like dome thing that covers it, which some of the trees do as well. But this one is wide as hell too. It has these huge sweeping branches.
There she blows, I guess.
Why doesn't everyone make a perception check for me? So, Illican, Big Smile, and Quintus, you will notice that. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna just give it to Illican. Because it's so subtle. Illican, you will notice that this tree, in its gnarled bark. Have you guys ever been to Animal Kingdom? Or like seen the tree at Animal Kingdom in Disney? Yep. You know how like it has all those animals carved into the bark and stuff? Like it's a bunch of animals carved into the bark, but at a distance you can't tell. You will notice that there is a weird sort of opening that looks kind of like a mouth. And there are dozens of little knots all over the bark that appear to be closed eyes.
Cool. Okay, yeah, he'll relay this. He'll be like, maybe I'm going crazy, but this tree looks like it has a mouth and eyes that are closed.
Let's keep those eyes closed then, eh?
That's the plan.
Okay. What would you guys like to do then? You're sort of at the edge of this clearing.
Yeah.
Any flowers in sight?
No.
Okay.
No, in fact, everything in this clearing looks dead as fuck.
Is it worth just sending one of us in as to not make a ruckus, or do we all want to go for it here?
Does the one who... It's always said that the wizards would fashion their own one from the nether oak. I don't know if that means that they have to be the one to pull the wood from it.
And also, are you getting one or you're getting one for
Yeah.
everyone?
I was gonna say, do we want to hedge our bets? We don't know what other powers these might have that might be useful. I mean, we have means around it, but shit can always happen. Say one of us pulls it and then they die before we can finish the ritual. And it won't work for others.
So we all get one then.
Well, if we just get a large branch, we can break off smaller pieces.
How low is like the lowest branch if we're gonna go and snap one off? Like,
They do sweep downward, fairly low, almost touching the ground in some spots. I mean, this thing is like as tall as it is just as wide.
beauty. Okay. All right. Well, do we want to run in and I'll grab one and snap it off at the same time and get the fuck out of here?
Well, I'll remind you of the line, gather quietly what you seek. So maybe we don't just sprint and snap off a branch.
Sure.
I'm gonna post something in the Discord. Because I don't have a handout. So in South Carolina, we have this ancient oak tree. It's called the angel oak tree. And I'm gonna send you a picture of it because that's what I imagine it looks like, only super dead.
Ooh.
Oh, I put it in memes on accident.
We can make a meme out of this. Don't worry.
So yeah, that is the angel oak tree in South Carolina, but I imagine it kind of looks like that, but much bigger and very dead.
Cool. All right. Well.
Like the tree from the Headless Horseman.
Yeah.
Let's crawl over there and snap the piece off then.
Is that what you guys want to do?
Guess there's no other way around it. We just gotta fucking do it.
All right.
If one of us goes and Gabar, can you do that transportation thing?
I can, yes.
That may be a way to
What?
quickly get out of there before it wakes up.
That said, I prefer to go and pull the twig from it myself.
I can teleport you out of there if I'm there with you and shit. It tries to grab us up or something.
If you want to come with, I just fear when all these things have said that the wizards would craft their own wand from the nether oak, that just bringing a whole bunch of the wood out and then just breaking off bark might not be enough to actually fashion one own wand.
The only thing I can think of doing is shaping so that I could break off a larger branch faster and get out of there quickly. But it would be much more conspicuous. And there lies the issue.
Well, what do we think is more conspicuous? Several people breaking off tiny pieces, or one person breaking off a big chunk?
True. And an animal at that. Could work.
Thinking the first one, I think if we all go, we can all just snap a little twig off ourselves. That way we're all together. Shit hits the fan too.
Will that be enough to fasten a wand then?
I think that book said we just need like a little twig of it, yeah.
According to the deadhead.
Oh yeah, it was that dude that told us, that's right. Alright, well. There's only one way to snap a twig off a tree. Let's go do it.
All right, so we're approaching as a group.
Quietly.
Okay, yeah, we're gonna leave Sonar and the Shield Guardian away.
Fair.
And you guys wish to approach, so everybody make stealth checks, please.
Plus 10.
Sapphira, be careful with that armor. I'm gonna toss you an inspiration.
Okay.
Tony.
Okay.
But thank you
Okay.
though.
22.
Okay.
19.
Okay.
33.
Okay. So, Illican, how do you accidentally awaken the Nether Oak?
I think the scene that I picture is that you said there's multiple closed eyes, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay, so he looks for the eyes, but you know how old trees also have like the tumors on them and stuff?
Yeah.
He goes over to a branch. He thinks it's an old tree tumor, but it's another one of the eyes. And the second he touches it, the eye opens.
Yes. So everyone is sort of scattered around the tree, getting ready to sort of snap your branches off. And an eye opens, and it's just this red glowing hole. And suddenly, in quick succession, a dozen or more of these little knots in the tree open up into eyes. And the tree will, and you know that sound the weeping willow makes, right? It like creaks and cracks as it shifts and shakes. And I want to show you a handout, although it's not like killing you like this art implies.
Oh, fuck.
Not yet. Oh, great.
It will shift and move, and then in a booming, slow voice, it will begin to speak in primordial.
Sorry, boys. Hold on. Does he know how to speak this? Give me a moment.
I think Sapphira does.
I do, yeah.
Yes, no, Illican can speak it. That was the extra language I took.
Okay, so
Nice.
both of you can understand that it like creaks and cracks and moves its branches, and it lifts them up off the ground to where you cannot reach them. And it will. The eons I have spent in undisturbed repose, shattered by your insolence. And it says this in primordial towards the group of you. And most of you don't know what it said. It just spoke really slow in a weird, creaky, deep branches voice.
I don't know what Sapphira would say, but like Illican will be like, "Words cannot express my sorrow. This is for the greater good. Forgive me, forgive me. Oh, great tree."
Make your words worthy of the disturbance you caused. Speak quickly before the shadows in my boughs consume your delicate forms.
Nice, a little help.
we
I'm gonna
wish.
cast tongues.
Okay. So
If
you
he says a
caught
little
I would
help,
probably
and you
relate
can
caught the-
comment.
I would actually.
caught the
relate
ass end
what's,
of that. Yes. Okay.
I might actually relate to the group what.
It's speaking
What
slow
they're
enough that you
saying.
can translate in real time.
Yeah. Save that third level spell.
I guess to start, Illican will just explain, like, you know, the spindle's a big deal. Like, you
We
know,
gotta lie to it.
the
Lie to it.
Lie to it. What's a better
The-
reason than the spindle?
The fucking cat. So can I cast tongues?
You
and
toss
just start
tongues.
trying to talk over Illican?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, you can.
You don't fucking question us. We're here to take what we've earned.
Okay. It will retort back at you. I have been at peace here in this tranquil silence for ages. I no longer respect mortals.
Yeah, everything was peaceful for us too. And then this fucking city started awakening. Other people got interested. Now we're here. You think we fucking want to be here? You
All
think
right,
I
I
want to
need
be
you-
talking to a goddamn tree? And then
I
I'm
need
just
you
trying
to make a perception or persuasion or deception, please.
Did I miss something though? Why are we lying to it?
The cat
That's what the
gave
cat
you a
said.
riddle that said, if
Oh.
the tree wakes up, don't tell it that you're
Yeah,
good
be
guys.
cruel and
Be
lie to it.
evil. Yes. Be cruel and lie to it. That's exactly what it said.
Convince it of cruel intentions. Ah, my bad.
So with a 22, It will say, I have witnessed empires rise and crumble. What makes you any different from the countless others that sought my dark embrace?
You're a fucking tree. Plenty of trees are old enough to have seen empires fall. We've harnessed the power of gods to get here.
Who says we fucking need to explain ourselves?
It will grumble angrily, and as if bowing towards you, branches will extend outwards. And he will sort of express that he will be like, lay waste to humanity. You know, like he's like, fucking kill everyone.
All right, I'll chop off a branch, pick it up,
Sure.
and I'll say, "Bitch" in primordial.
Perfect.
Bring
It
it back
does
over to
very
you.
much. It does very much like that. So you guys, do you want to each pick a branch, or do you want to like pick one that's like if Sapphire chops one off, you guys can pick from that.
Sure, yeah.
We'll say so we all have to pick our
Like
own.
a big
we'll,
enough branch.
I guess I'll pick my own.
Yeah, I'll
Okay.
take another one just for good measure.
Yeah,
Okay.
I want my own.
Sure. You guys grab a couple sticks, twigs off of this dead tree that snap easily. And once you snap them, there is this sort of black sap that sort of oozes out of it. Only for a little while. It dries up and it's just kind of sticky afterwards. Your presence stains the sanctity of my grove. Be gone.
I'm leaving because I want to, not because he told me to.
Cool. All right. So you guys want to get away from the Nether Oak before it does some fucked up shit to you guys?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. You guys leave out of the sort of vicinity, and everybody got a wand.
Though I forgot about the lying thing, I feel like Illican acting that way is completely canon.
Canon, yeah, for
You would
sure.
totally not
You're
be
like,
able to lie.
absolutely.
yeah, you're like, oh, you're my tree. You're a tree. I love trees.
Literally, the
Yeah.
first thing he said was, "We're here for the greater good."
Yeah, and the tree was like, fuck all that shit. Okay, so you guys can decide amongst yourselves what your sticks look like. It could be like wand shaped, it could be like a dowsing rod. I don't really care. You know, it doesn't really matter. You just each have your own little twig of the Nether Oak.
Sweet.
And magically it can just act as an arcane focus. That's all. It's just like you don't have to like carve runes in it, or like it's not some special thing. It's like the twig that druids can use. You know what I mean? As an arcane focus, you can't just use any twig. It's got to be like of a yew tree or something. It's the same thing. This is just a Nether Oak wand. Very cool. All right, now what?
I just want to make sure these things aren't cursed. The tree was kind of fucked up.
Looks like a brand twig to you.
When you're like really little and you're like sword fighting with sticks, you always get the biggest branch, the biggest stick in the yard in order to fight your like siblings with or something like that. That's what I got.
Cool. Sick. I love that. I always pick up the one that's a gun. You know, it's like,
Just the classic.
good one, yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like two shades, like up
Yeah.
and out. That's
Yeah.
a gun.
that's mine.
Seriously,
So,
Chris?
Big Smile has a dildo. Okay.
I'm like trying to get like to an AI art generator, and you just like looked up like Juan dildo. Okay.
I actually didn't even
no,
have
that-
to look it up. That was already saved on my phone.
Why?
That's fantastic. Okay, so we'll wait. All right, what's the deal? Where are you guys doing now?
So we head north to the divination tower, right? That was our next order of business.
think we need to be in the Arboretum anymore. Let's get out of here.
So you guys mean to exit the Arboretum. Awesome. As you are walking back where you think is out, I need Big Smile to make a
Let
survival
us
check.
leave this loathsome locale.
Oh, there you go. 19.
Okay, you feel pretty good about the direction in which you are going. As you leave, however, all of you catch a whiff of the unmistakable scent of death, like rotting flesh, just permeating the whole area that you are walking through.
Didn't the cat say something about if you smell death, watch out for plants or some shit like that?
Beware of the large flowers.
Where are they?
Got undead in them or
Yes.
something.
You see nearby, maybe 20, 30 feet through the bushes, a huge, by huge, I mean large category, flower. With its petals curled up, like a rose, and it has these long, viney tendrils that branch out of it.
We may want to find another way around.
Is it yellow?
No, it is not.
Oh.
No, it is a lot worse than that. Similar, but a lot worse.
What happens if it's yellow?
It's a yellow musk creeper, a yellow musk flower.
Call back to the last campaign again.
It would be a callback to the last campaign, yes, but it is not. No, it's much worse than that. It's a corpse flower. And if you guys want to skirt around, like make your way a different way, the perceptive of you will notice that a desiccated human arm reaches out from between the petals and is sucked back inside.
Fuck yeah.
As if there is some sort of undead within it.
We're gonna want to save our spells for when we really need them.
Just wondering where the carnivorous plants were kept.
Big Small's gonna try and route us somewhere else.
You eventually make your way out without issue. I want to say, even if you don't have a history or an understanding as a character of this, almost every single plant and tree in this arboretum is from the Feywild. So just the whole time, imagine like magic trees, like really creepy floating bushes, just like really weird, strange, magical stuff. But yeah, you can make your way out of the Arboretum. There's a little bit of resistance against the force field as you make your way into the city proper, where it is so fucking cold, and all of the water that is misted on your flesh is now starting to crystallize and freeze on you, turning into like a frost.
Let's get inside somewhere quick. The divination tower is northeast of us on this map.
That's where you guys are headed?
That's our next stop, agents.
Yeah, that was the plan.
Yep.
Okay. You begin to make your way through the city. I need everybody to make a perception check.
Oh, Illican. Fire.
That +10, man.
Quintus.
Yeah, that's massive.
Bar's way too busy looking at his new wand to notice
Yeah.
anything.
Okay. So Illican and Quintus, you guys notice this simultaneously. As you are making your way through the ruins of the city, skirting around the Arboretum, making your way into like the city streets. There is crumbled, ruined buildings all around you. You go through like a maybe like 15-20 foot street with like stacked buildings lying all the way around you. Some of them are crumbled, some of them aren't. Quintus and Illican will both notice a flit of movement. And because you guys rolled so incredibly high, you will see two creatures flanking the street that are flying from rooftop to rooftop. And you catch a glimpse, like we'll say Quintus catches a glimpse of one. It's a devil. A tiny little spined devil.
Well, you know what those are, Quintus.
Messengers of the hells.
They did look like little devil guys.
Everybody on your toes.
How long has passed without a trace lost?
An hour.
We still got it on then?
Mm-hmm. But I mean, I will add, you're not like sneaking. You're walking in the middle of the road. You know, like the shadows will cling to you better if you're like in the shadows.
We want to try and get the jump on these guys then.
I don't know, Quintus. What could their presence mean? They're small, so. And you said messengers, so I
Just
assume.
brought back up. Not uncommon for devils to be able to summon lesser devils to their service.
Well,
Makes sense.
The smallest devils trying to spy on us.
It's a very
So-
strict hierarchy.
We should keep an eye out for the bigger ones then.
we should get out of the middle of the road too.
Agreed.
Where's this, like, how is this conversation taking place? Are you guys still walking?
I would
Or would you
imagine.
have
Yeah, I
stopped?
think. Yeah, I think maybe I just would have grouped everybody closer together so they could hear the conversation and fill them in. And like, all right, let's get to the tower. That's a defensible position where we're not out in the open.
Hmm. Okay. You guys continue to walk. You know, swords on, or hands on swords. You know, very tense, ready to cast a spell at any moment. And now that all of you are aware that they're there, you'll see one of them fly away. It's like one of them continues to follow you. The other one almost flies like in the middle of the road where it's very noticeable flying away from you guys. Do you want to do anything about that, or it's just going to get away?
We can try and fling shit at it. There's two of them, but they're probably going to get away quick.
You want to throw something? I'll jump on them.
Something like that we have. Good
It's
to just slaughter them
flying
all.
away unless there is
Let's
a
kill
like,
it.
come on, kaboom. Then
Yeah, let's fucking kill it.
are you going to do something about that, Sapphira?
If
It
it's
seems your
flying
part
away,
your party is hesitant.
I would probably say something like, "It's going to alert them. We should kill it now."
You're right. Yeah.
Okay.
Big
You got
small,
javelins. Fucking hurl them.
big small chucks of dart.
Also a
Alrighty.
javelin.
All right, let's
Try and
get
cast
let's
chill touch
let
and
me
all that.
let me get a turn order going. Let me pull you guys over to a map. Pull you guys over to a map. There we go.
How far away is it?
Mm,
As soon as it starts to go away?
I mean, there's the you can see, right?
Gotcha.
Yeah, it should you should be able to see everything. The thing on the rooftop is the thing. It's maybe 15 feet in the air above this rooftop. This one's actually on the
Oh,
rooftop.
it's that close?
Yeah.
Sweet.
Everyone but Shield Guardian gets a +3.
Actually, you know, now that I say that, because you guys hesitated, it's gonna be more like this. Ooh, they didn't do good.
Big Smile gets at 25. That's fitting.
Oh, they
okay.
changed all the icons on roll 20.
Okay.
Did they?
At least on mine, anyways.
What do they do? Sorry.
The icons on roll 20 look a little different.
Do you mean like the bar to the left?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I
Yeah,
did see
maybe.
there was a pop up for
Oh,
another
yeah.
update, but
Yeah, I saw there was a pop-up, but it didn't seem like there was anything new. Maybe they just officially rolled out the stuff that like you could try out.
Okay. So we get into turn order. Big Smile, you're the first in the order, as this one is definitely trying to fly away.
How high in the air?
15 feet above that
Right.
rooftop, so actually more like 25 feet.
How high is the rooftop?
Like 25 feet total, we'll say, is how high he is up.
Okay. It's gonna take all my movement speed
You want to
anyways.
hold an action? I know it won't work like that.
I can get to here on the ground level.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm gonna make this map be bigger, even though it's just gonna turn into void like Coraline. Okay.
If you got nothing, just get ready to move. Big Smile.
I got a couple darts I can huck at it. You want me out of there?
I can make you fly on my turn, but you have to hold your action to dash to be able to get up to him.
I'll hear that and like brace in like a sprinter's stance and
Okay.
hold my action. Yeah.
Okay. Berlin is up next.
could you sort the initiative order one more time? It seems like I clicked initiative too late.
Okay.
I got put it about. Thanks.
There you go. I don't think that she is
Or-
going to react just yet.
Big Smile. Could you do it like way back here?
Sure.
So
Wherever you're-
don't move is what you're saying. Like don't move.
Yeah, like just hold an action to dash, and then I'll make you fly, and then you can get up to it, and then take opportunity attacks if it tries to get away.
Okay. All right. Valin is like bewildered by this whole situation. Is not sure what is going on. I don't know if you guys actually like drew her into the conversation. Kamar, you're up.
Okay. I'm gonna turn to Sapphira and I'll just be like, I'll see in a little bit. And I'm gonna cast Vortex Warp on Sapphira to put her next to the one up here.
Okay.
All right.
All right. You teleport onto the rooftop. As you will see, this icy devil that has these disgusting it looks very human-like, with like elongated limbs, but it has this like axolotl face, right?
Sure.
And with sharp teeth, and it has spikes just all the way, icy spikes all the way down its back, and in its hand is this black pitchfork. It hisses at you as you land on the roof next to it. The tiles are a little slick with ice, but you find your footing, Sapphira.
All right.
Gabar, is there anything else you would like to do on your turn?
Yeah, I'm gonna hug the wall right there, and that'll be my turn.
Quintus.
Yeah, I'll cast Fly on Big Smile and just say chase him down.
Okay. You can now use your action to dash if you want to.
I need to go 25 feet in the air. Does that like use 25
Okay,
feet
so
of my movement?
fun thing about D&D combat, whatever the distance is longer, that's the one that you use, right? We don't do the Pythagorean theorem here. So
Right.
if it's 30 feet distance is higher than the 25 feet up, you travel to 30 feet.
Okay. Well, I mean, I got 45 feet.
You have
which-
60 feet of fly speed.
Oh, okay. So I can get here. No problem.
Yeah,
then.
easily. Yeah.
Okay.
You fly up in front of it, and it whoosh opens its wings up and like halts because it's about to fly right into you, right? And it will hiss at you and speak some infernal curse at you.
Let's get ready to dance.
Cool. Is that all you would like to do, Quintus?
Yeah, that's all I'll do.
All right, Sapphira, you're up.
All right. I'm gonna slice at this guy with the crystal edge.
Okay.
Hold on. Yep. Let's go.
That hits.
We are not blessed anymore, right?
Not anymore.
Okay, so that'll be a 20 and a 14.
Both hit.
Okay. I will go ahead and single smite, first level smite on this guy as well. So how's he looking?
You slash into it and completely lop
It's a
its head
fiend.
off.
Alright.
It doesn't matter because that was plenty of damage. And in blue flames will engulf it as it scorches the ground and returns to the hells.
Awesome.
Is
I'll
there
shout
anything
to
else?
I'll shout to the others. Get the other one.
All right, Shield Guardian will make his way over here and then just sort of put his arms up like he's going to try to fight it in the air. He
He's
cannot.
dancing.
Illican, you're up. Illican, you are up. I think you're muted as well.
Oh, I didn't realize I was muted. Okay, I'll move in the aura if I have enough range. He doesn't really have anything good that doesn't cost too much resources. I guess he could chuck a produce flame, even if it may not be the most effective. Let me just see the range.
Quintus, take inspiration. It doesn't matter. You summon a ball of fire in your hand and chuck it at the one that's in combat with Big Smile, and it just dissipates across its back. It's immune to fire damage.
Yeah, it's immune.
Mhm.
Yeah. Well, in terms of cheap range attacks, that's all he's really got. He doesn't want to bust out the moonbeam for one little guy.
Yep. All right, is that your
All
turn?
right, yeah.
All right, V, you're up.
Okay, so Mind Sliver on it
Okay.
in case it needs to make a save, I guess. So that's gonna be an intelligence saving throw.
Okay. Yep, it has advantage on this.
Okay.
I think it's a 15.
That's a fail.
Takes
It's
8 damage.
psychic. Yeah, and yeah, next save it makes, I'll roll a d4.
Okay. That's your turn.
Yeah.
Okay, it takes this psionic blast, and you will see in front of you, Big Smile, this creature like be affected by V's spell. It's now its turn. I want to make sure it can do what I think it can do. Okay. Okay, cool. Awesome. So, Big Smile. It will lash out towards you like it's going to attack you.
Mhm.
And you dodge out of the way. And it will circle around you and lift its tail into the air and flick 2 tail spines at Quintus, concentrating on your spell.
Wait, okay, wait a second. You're within 30
Gotta
feet
be
of
at
me.
you for deflect missiles.
No, there's a special thing I can do.
He misses on the first one. Is there a special thing you can do?
There is, but I'll wait for the second one.
A 15 to hit?
Just hits.
Hell
No,
yeah.
oh, okay. I don't think I've used this yet. So
Oh shit.
Big Smile is actually gonna punch down at the ground, and it
on
like
the roof.
and it reverberates this like sonic boom of like energy, and the spine gets like caught in the sonic boom as Big Smile will prevent you from taking
Okay, hold
that.
up.
That is the coolest.
So you still have to roll though, right?
I think even a minimum roll should do it.
Deflect
Oh, that's
missiles,
right. That's
yes.
right. So
that's pretty cool.
it's on attack rolls. Deflect missiles is.
Yeah.
Okay, so it doesn't. I thought it reduces the damage. Oh,
Yeah, by a certain number. It's a dice plus a number. So
I see.
16.
Okay, yeah, that's like completely. Yeah, the force knocks it out of the way, and it will angrily fly away. Here's the fun thing: it has flyby.
Oh, shit.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Let me see how much movement he's got. 40. 35, 40. All right, it flies away above the rooftops. Sonar is so far away. Okay, he can move up, and I think he can cast Sacred Flame. What's the range on spell? 60 feet. Yeah, okay, so he can. He will say, I welcome thee into the moonlight. Choose not the darkness. And he's going to cast Sacred Flame at this fucking spine devil, which is going to make a dexterity saving throw with advantage and probably smoke it. He does.
-3.
Oh. 14. What's Sonar save?
10.
No, it's a 14.
Oh, is it? It says 10.
Yeah.
Then. Nice.
Meet it to beat it. All right, so he still beats it. Big Smile, you're up.
I can move 45 feet.
You can
So
move
I-
60 feet.
Oh shit! That's yeah. Okay. No problem then.
Okay.
So I'll just fucking launch off this roof, get behind him here, and does he still have disadvantage on that attack, or on a saving throw from?
No,
these?
no. V just did it.
Okay.
It was a D4, not a disadvantage.
Okay. Let's just hit it then. Let's just try and hit it then. There.
Okay, that one hits.
9, and let's burn a key point for stunning strike.
Why does everyone else have this arrow on their map still?
No.
No, just
No.
me. Okay, hold please. I have to refresh because I can't click my token because there's a fucking arrow in the way.
Oh, weird. I'm glad I got to use that impenetrable iron tortoiseshell thing.
It
I've
was
had that
pretty
for a
cool.
while. Yeah, it is.
All right,
cool.
and it was 9 bludgeoning.
9 bludgeoning. Yep, and
Okay.
con save DC 16.
Okay. It fails.
Stunned.
Okay, it doesn't fall. It's just like reeling from the damage.
Okay.
Stun doesn't make them fall, right?
can it hover?
No.
Let me look up hover.
Let me look up the conditions. Because stunned means you just like.
Yeah, I think maybe it's gotta be prone to
Incapacitated.
Get out of the air.
It says can't move. He falls.
Oh yeah, if you have hover and your speed is 0, you stay in the air. But if you don't, you fall.
Fall. Yeah, and it says that you can't move too, so we're gonna roll a d6 for falling damage. Oh, I guess 2, huh? He's like 20 feet in the air.
Sweet.
He's dead.
Oh, awesome.
Nice.
That works out so well.
But it's non-magical. He's still dead. He only had 3 hit points left.
Yeah, like that was a sagas
Oh,
whole
sweet.
thing, right?
Yes. Yes, that's true. Falling damage is magical bludgeoning damage.
Sweet. Big Smile will do like a reverse uppercut, like an overcut, and smash him like down into the ground, and he
Yes.
gets
He, like,
knocked.
he hits the shingles of a roof and then slams into that and then goes through the roof and falls into the building where partially the roof collapses on top of him in a pile of snow and dust flies up in the air. All right, we are out of
And
turn
he
order.
vanishes.
Yeah, and then a whoosh
Any-
of flame out from under the rubble.
That's right. All right, we are out of initiative.
Very cool.
I like that big smile used as like coolest combat turn ever on like this 15 hit point, like little fucking devil thing.
All right.
I
So-
love how you're still flanking, setting up the flank, even though you're 25 feet in the air flying.
You gotta
Just
keep
in
the flank in
case. Just in case.
If you're directly above them and the shield guardian is directly below them,
It's the
flanking
north-south
on
flank.
the y-axis.
the north-south flank. I love that. All right.
That's just
So-
a sandwich at that point.
It's a flank sandwich. All right, so they're dead.
I mean, I suppose that's good. No messengers to the devil.
Well, I wonder if there was just two. Could there be more?
And that thing's probably pretty close then too, eh?
I don't like
There's
that at all.
definitely more, but I don't know if they would be of the same variety.
It's,
Ice Devil's a pretty high ranking too, so there's a lot of shit that it could bind and do its service. The only thing above them is a pit fiend.
So make haste for the tower.
Yeah, get out of the streets into the tower then.
So you guys stealthily, I assume this time, taking advantage of what the remaining cloak of night, whatever the fuck that thing's called. Shadow, blend with shadow. What is it fucking called?
Pass without trace.
Pass
Class
without a
without
trace.
trace. Jesus Christ.
We
All
got
right,
that.
so
Mold of shadows.
I don't know what it's called, man. You're the player characters. So make your way through the city without any other issues. When you approach a tower, a silver glowing symbol of an eye surrounded by arcane sigils hovers near the pointed peak of this thin, cracked tower. An arched doorway leads into the base that has a metallic door on it. However, you guys had decided to be stealthy on this trip because there are 5 figures guarding the door. They're Majin, these sort of bluish skinned humanoid figures. However, 2 of them, so one of them is wearing black robes. The other, the other 3 of them are wearing like metallic armor with swords. But 2 of them, the metallic armor wearing swords ones, you can see magical energy leaking out of the tops of their heads and cracks in their armor as if they are starting to unravel. The weave kind of goes through them and warps out of them as if they've been alive for far too long than they should be. And they are starting to, or the magic of this place is starting to affect them.
Bar, what type of wizard are you again?
Well, divination. This is exactly where I want to be, but I don't think that these will be ready for another round of chain lightning. So I think that we might have to dispatch them the old-fashioned way.
I'm gonna show this handout again. See how the magic is like seeping out of them. That is sort of what they look like.
Cool. I don't mind going round two if that's what it's gonna take. Big smile will crack his neck.
We could also try to reason with them, perhaps. The Magian in Toss Tower could be fooled, but
Yeah, but that's no fun.
Those ones looked a bit more put together, though, right?
Some of the ones here are put together. There's just two of them that are like falling apart.
I mean, we got the jump on them here. We could dispatch them pretty easily, I think.
Did you say they were stationary or are they moving about?
They're not moving about, but they do appear to be like alive. There are 3 of them that are standing in the snow, sort of flanking the stairs that lead up to a metal door in this tower. On the staircase is the black-robed one, standing like directly in front of the door.
You're Kolgabar. I don't know how diviners usually work, but
I mean, same way as most every other wizard, we just specialize in knowing things
Do
that
we-
others can't. But
Do we know what Appius looks like? The diviner?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we saw his painting.
It's a girl.
I mean, it worked once, it may work again.
a little disguise stealth there, Quintus.
Worth a shot.
after we just found 2 devils tracking us, I'm hesitant to make too much noise. Maybe trying to sneak our way in, not sneak our way in, talk our way in is the right move.
Follow your lead then, Quintus.
All right. Would I still have tongues on me?
How long does it last?
An hour?
Yes.
Is it concentration?
No.
That's a good spell.
All right, so yeah, I'll cast Disguise Self.
Mhm.
And I will just walk with purpose toward the thing and
Okay.
kind of just like not acknowledge them and try and go for the door. Like this is something I do all the time.
Cool. As you approach, the 3 that flank the there's 4. There's 5 total, right? There's 4 of them that flank the outside, and 1 of them stands on the staircase. The 4 that flank the outside of the tower reach towards swords, and just to like arm themselves. The one standing on the staircase will steeple its fingers and say, in Loros, "The planetarium and Tower of Divination are under quarantine and closed indefinitely. Turn back now or be sentenced to death under order of Archmage Iriolarthus and the Arcanists of the Ebon Star."
State the reason for the quarantine.
It will just repeat itself.
I'm a member of the Ebon Star. I'm going in.
Okay. If you take another step forward, the Magian will draw their swords out, and the one standing on the staircase will repeat itself again. You get the idea that they're constructs.
Yeah,
they're
broken.
robots. Yeah, and they are under orders to not let anyone in. regardless of who they are. It's under quarantine. This is higher than even if Apius did show up, they would be like, "You can't. I'm sorry, you can't go in."
All right.
What
So I guess I'll
places?
step off.
What places were quarantined?
The planetarium and Tower of Divination.
Planetarium. Thank you.
Yes, you get the sense that this is the same place. They're just two separate locations within one tower.
Okay.
Big Smile's warming up.
They're
I
not
see.
fighting.
I was gonna point out, be like, whoa, I understand we have to get in that tower, but maybe there is a good reason for said quarantine. More so than they just want to
Euryarthus is hiding something important, so
Quarantine or
that
not,
would
don't
be a
we
reason.
got to go in there to get the divination key to shut down this force field? I mean, he could be right. Maybe Euryarthus is just up to some shady shit.
Why is there no circle around this goddamn thing?
No, I don't say we should back off and not go in. I'm just saying that if we do go in, we should be prepared that there could be some sort of arcane. That thing in the library where the weave blew up and hurt really fucking bad. If the whole tower's like that for some reason, should just be careful.
The specific use of the word quarantine is disconcerting as well.
Indeed.
Could also be used to ease the public's opinion. Hide the truth.
Well, I
That was the
just
case, I feel
wonder.
like-
Oh, go ahead, Quintus.
I feel like they're just say like under construction. I feel like quarantine kind of induces panic.
Hmm.
Well, on the same note, we didn't have this problem with some of the other towers. That probably is a fairly good reason for why this one is locked down.
Good reason or not, we still got to get in there.
Indeed.
Hey,
One of us could perhaps send in a sacrificial familiar. Gabar, I know you're quite attached to your owl friend, but I'm not quite as attached to mine.
His name's
Again,
Gramp.
Let me reiterate that there is a metal door. It's not just an arched opening.
No windows.
No windows or
None.
anything.
None. Not that you can see, anyways. You want to skirt around the whole place, you can check it out.
Yeah, I was thinking
Can
maybe
somebody
like a
get past
little.
wall?
I'm thinking of stuff.
We got dimension door, but we'd be going in blind.
Yeah, no, that's the thing. I want to take a look.
You know what? If we're sitting out here for a while and talking about what we're doing, I'll just be like, I can see what's on the other side of that door. Before that way, we're not going in completely blind. If we did want to try to sneak in, or if you wanted to try to dimension door in.
What do you have in mind, kid?
Well, I can cast a spell where I can see in a place where I know I'm familiar with, or an obvious location like behind a door that I can see.
Yeah, you use that during like the Illican episode, right?
Hmm.
Clairvoyance.
That's how we found the secret room.
Yeah. Got it.
As long as you don't think these things will freak out if you start casting spells, then I suppose it's a good way to get an eye on the inside.
Well, you can hide. You're like in an alley, you know, like there's city around, because you guys can see the map now, right?
Yep.
And the inside of the place is hidden again, right?
Yes.
Okay. So you're basically like in an alley or something, you know, like you can be off to the side. You don't have to be right up on it. This is just so you guys can get a view of what you're looking at.
And clairvoyance certainly has the range.
Oh yes, 1 mile. I can hide in an alley in a building, take 10 minutes, cast the spell, do a little clairvoyance, and see what we're up against.
Let's do that then. Let's tuck away in one of these buildings or alleys or whatever, and give you some time to see inside.
Yeah, unless anyone has any objections, I'll start drawing my arcane sigil on the ground. Start playing with my jeweled horn.
Okay. Is there anything you guys would like to do in the 10 minutes that Gabar is casting the spell?
On the top of the tower, there's like a silver eye or something.
Yes, it is a symbol of an eye. Yes. Actually, no, the fuck, it's not. It's an eyeball. It is a silver, ethereal, glowing eyeball that moves around. But surrounding it are symbols of divination.
Okay. Is there anything else of interest, like near the rooftop? Any movement?
Not that you can see from the vantage point that you were at.
I could send a little guy to fly up there, but I don't know if it's worth it. We'll say no for now.
Oh, actually, you know what? There is something. There is a huge chunk of stone or a building or maybe some of the crashed cave that has collapsed part of the roof, but it's a tight fit and it's full of rubble. It's not like you could sneak a little critter in there, probably not. Or, well, maybe, but you couldn't see in it, right, from where you're at.
V has the big small gestures to the big cyclops eye arm.
It is of your concern.
Okay, yeah, never mind. I guess we're still at that level of arcane blight. Okay. I just want to check on you, make sure you're doing okay, V.
Right.
All right, what do you guys want to do? You cast clairvoyance?
I do, yeah. I was just waiting for you to let me know that it's
Yes.
done.
Yes. Okay. Boom. You want to cast it on the other side of that door?
Yeah.
Bam. Done. You will see. And let me get my EFIP. Okay, I'm just gonna grab the bar and throw you in there. Okay.
Ooh.
You will see.
Oh, that's super cool, you guys. There's some really cool shit in here.
Let me pull it up so I have my notes like in an easier to access or to access. Okay, here we go. Large spheres of varying colors and size lie strewn about the floor of this circular chamber. Words are engraved in Loros along the wall. A metal orrery made from concentric metal rings projects out of a mystifyingly starry ceiling 30 feet above your head. It's like a big planetarium that has crashed and all the planets are scattered around the floor. There is a staircase that leads to a floor above.
These words in Loros, can I just take like a little bit of like a pen and parchment, like knowing where it's on my person and looking through the sensor, but
Yes.
drawing like a medium? Can I draw out the words in Loros to have someone try to
Translate it?
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, man. Oh, man, I didn't write it down. Shit. All right, it doesn't really matter exactly what it says. It basically says, like, explore the wonders of the universe in Loros, like, or of our planetary system. You know, it's like, welcome to the planetarium, basically.
I will. I'll just relay that information. It looks relatively safe in the first floor, at least. Oh, there's a crashed planetarium. Is all in staircase leading up. So it seems like it's relatively safe, which means that it could just be like V suggested, trying to keep us out. So if we would like to just kill the Magian and
Yeah. Is this the part where we
Enter we-
fireball them?
Probably. Does anyone have any spells they want to donate to the cause, or and we just run in there guns blazing? Quicker we can dispatch of them, the less likely an ice devil is gonna nick us here.
I don't want that guy to be there. There's only 3. I said there was only 3 in my original.
Man, I'm like trying to find an opportunity to use some of my higher level like offensive spells, but it's just for Bang and Buck, like Moonbeam is so effective.
You can see that there's 3 separate kinds of tokens. The darker one is just a regular Demos Magian. This is an Unraveling Magian. This is an Unraveling Magian, and this is a Galvan Magian. The guy on the steps is the robed one.
So I have a spell. I don't think, because I'm looking at this and I'm like, I don't know what kind of use case this has. Non-detection. Oh, basically hides you from divination magic. But I'm not entirely sure if that's going to like help out in the case of like these people actually seeing us.
You should cast that on V every day.
Oh, that's a good point.
Because there are definitely things that are spying on V at all times.
Yeah, yeah.
Also Quintus.
Well, there's also a big old devil chasing us. The thing is that this only targets
It'd be
one
good for
person.
this old
That's
tower,
kind of
though.
the thing.
What is the plan? Chop, chop, people.
if we do want to just kill them, I can just nuke that area that they're standing in, and they'll probably be gone in a couple of seconds.
Cool.
Let's do it.
Shall we just be done with them?
Let's
Think
make
so.
it quick. We're pretty far from anywhere safe.
Sure.
All right. So unless anyone has any objection, I'm going to cast Sickening Radiance on them.
Okay, and Sickening Radiance is like a massive area of effect.
It's a big area. It's 30-foot radius, so
60 foot total.
yeah, it's wider than the page, and we would be backed up a little bit too.
Yeah, okay, we'll say it's like that. Or even, yeah, you guys aren't even that close. What's the range on it? Like casting
120
range?
feet. So
Okay,
we
so
could
you
be
guys
way
can just
far
be
away.
really far away, hiding, and then casting Sickening Radiance. What level is that spell?
That is a 4th level spell.
All right, I'll say in fairness, they will slowly start disintegrating away, and they're like looking around trying to find you, but you guys are hidden, and with the remaining pass without a trace, you can easily just disintegrate all of them
They just
without a problem. Yeah. Actually, when they die, they disappear in a flash. What does it say? It disintegrates into a harmless burst of fire and smoke, leaving behind anything it was wearing or carrying.
Yeah.
Oh, that was easy.
After a few seconds of them doing that, I'll drop the spell and free to enter.
It works.
Well done, kid.
Belen will say, not bad. Cross her arms. All right, so you guys want to approach this tower?
Yeah.
Is this,
Oh.
what do you think, Mark? Can we just give a heave ho on the door here, or any mage handy shit we got to do?
You can try to push it open first before we try anything else.
Cool.
You try to push it open, it doesn't even move.
Oh.
You look at it, the door is welded shut to the frame.
Oh God, stab it.
Oh.
Hey, Shieldsy.
You want the shield guardian to see if he can take care of it?
Yeah, can he just pretend it's a book on a chain? You gotta
You-
rip right through it.
Do we want to
will-
ring the gong
Can
for
you
the ice
put,
devil?
Can you put silence
Oh, I
down?
can. Yeah, give me 10 minutes.
Okay.
Um,
Been burning a lot of time. You know, it's fine.
I was about to say, is there anything you would like to
Yeah.
do in this 10 minutes?
This robe guy had on him if he dropped anything.
He did not drop anything special except his robes. The unraveling magen and the demos magen dropped like splint armor and longswords.
Not my bag of tea.
You wanna silence the shield guardian?
yeah, just the I think it's a 15-foot radius
Mm-hmm.
around the door.
Okay. The shield guardian will start to push on it, try to burst it from the wall. See if he can actually do it. He struggles to push on it. It doesn't work. So then he will try to punch it. His fist bounces off of it.
Fuck.
He will turn around silently and look at the group of you guys. I will posit, if everyone tried really hard working together, you could probably push this bitch open. Like pry it from the wall. But the shield guardian alone cannot do it. Basically, you need a combined strength score of 32 to push it open. He only has an 18. It also has an armor class and damage threshold if you want to beat it down. But right now, the shield guardian is not strong enough to do it.
Yeah, I mean, Big Small can run in and help. If we're gonna try and rip this thing off the hinges, I'll
Sure.
see where I can get a hold and start
Yep.
prying.
Okay.
How much strength is Shield Guardian, Illican, and Big Smile combined?
Well, I think just with the shield guardian and Illican, you could pull it open. So Big Smile helping is plenty enough. So you guys all reach in together. The shield guardian sort of towers above you guys. He's kind of got you guys in a hug because you have to like be closer to the door than he does. So he's like got you guys in a hug, and all of you work together and kablam! You know, it's not very loud because it's silenced. But it would be extremely loud as the door bursts off the hinges. And you can see inside.
No, I weakened that for you. Looking.
What the fucking fuck? It won't go away. I can't select the circle.
Different layer.
Darkness has been cast.
Wait. Ah, there you go.
Oh, cool.
Ooh.
Planetarium.
Do you guys wish to enter?
Yeah.
The shield guardian cannot fit through the frame.
Give him a pat on the head as a thanks for his help.
He will guard the outside. All right. Does everyone step in?
Yeah.
I'm in.
Yep. Go in.
So
Large, yes, hold up. Let me go do a real quick description. Large spheres, varying colors and size, are crashed and strewn about the floor. A metal orrery hangs above head, and the ceiling is this misty, spectral, starry galaxy. What were you going to say? Quintus? Okay. The first time any of you look up at the ceiling. Oh, and this room is like dimly illuminated with silver light as like continual flame. No. This one has, what's the evocation one? Orbs of light that Sonar has. Dancing lights. There's like permanent dancing lights that float about the ceiling. As soon as you guys look up at the ceiling, there's a flash in your mind like That's So Raven. You ever seen That's So Raven? There's a flash in your mind like That's So Raven, and you can see your party members being attacked in this room by a giant blue creature, like looks like a big frog thing. And then that goes away.
Who saw that?
Anyone that like took a second to actually like gaze up at the ceiling.
Did anyone see that big frog?
Yeah, what the fuck was that?
Does that feel like a prophecy or some divination shit, or does that feel like an illusion?
You're not sure, but it does feel kind of prophetic.
That would be something if this is actually the illusion tower.
Psych.
The wrong tower.
It's interesting that Divination Tower is a planetarium.
That is pretty cool. Wait, do we get ready for battle? Are we gonna fight this thing?
Fight what thing? I don't
I
see
think it's here now.
Is that just what could happen, Gabar?
We are in the Tower of a Diviner. I would imagine that we probably just saw a glimpse of the future, though how far forward that future is, I don't know. Could be 5 minutes. 6
There is a
seconds.
sloshing gurgle coming from the staircase. As squeezing its way through, there is a giant blue frog thing that squeezes its way down the staircase, locks eyes with you guys, and jumps into an attack. This thing is a hulking, hunched over, frog-looking thing. It's so hard to describe that I'm just going to show you a handout. I have to find it because I didn't have it pulled up. Here we go. It looks like this.
Are these the things from Baldur's Gate that jump at you? Oh no!
Oh no!
What the fuck?
Oh fuck!
It will be right here.
Fucking love slots.
It will pull its stealth through the staircase
It's a Pokemon.
and just growl at you guys and launch into an attack. So I need everybody to roll initiative.
Great. Everybody in the aura gets +3. And I rolled a nat 20.
Beauty. I bet I
You're
beat
not the
you.
only one.
So Gabar,
Oh, hold on.
as you
Oh,
I rolled
I
31.
think I go second, unless there's big
okay,
smile
I'll
go.
reorder it.
What are
um,
these initiatives? Oh my god.
Yeah,
Really
it's
good
ridiculous.
initiatives.
You guys, hey, you know
Frog
what I
don't
mean?
stand a
Okay,
chance.
so this is why, right? I'm about to give you narrative reasons why. So Gabar, as you do see this thing tear-assing down the staircase, you get like, you remember, you just saw this. It almost in exactly how you just saw this, right? And you get the sense that the ceiling can predict slightly into the future. And if you spend a bonus action on your turn staring up at the ceiling, you will gain foresight for that turn. The spell Foresight.
Fuck!
What's that do?
It's a 9th level
Um,
spell. Advantage on everything.
Yeah, pretty much.
I mean,
But it's
that's
just for that
just
round.
like- Okay.
But Gabar, you're the one that learned this information because you're a divination wizard, so you discern it all immediately. Everyone else was like, "What the fuck? I just saw this. That's so Raven," you know.
Advantage on everyone. Flanking does that anyway. Whatever.
Okay, well, Big Smile, you're the first in the order. This thing just tear asses down the stairs and like is launching towards you guys.
Let's do it. Are these spheres stand on a bowl? Can I get here? Is that too big?
They're pretty big. I don't think they're actually like obstacles as opposed to being on. You can be
Okay.
on.
I'm gonna stand there then. I think.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
And let's start punching.
As you approach it, you get the feeling that it's like communicating its emotions towards you, and it wants to rip your flesh off of your face to see what your skull looks like.
Likewise. Boom, punched.
Wow, yeah, you definitely punch it.
I'm gonna move it 5 feet south too,
Okay, kabam! You push him off the staircase.
and I'm gonna move right here, and I'm gonna look to the group as if a flanking opportunity is now available.
Okay.
Oh, I know what to do.
Nice.
And he's quote unquote crushed, so all attacks have advantage on him regardless.
All right, I'll give you a little skull thing.
Yes, be crushed. Oh wait, this is at advantage. if
Advantage.
he's
That's right.
Crushed.
Mhm,
Yes.
mhm, mhm.
All right, I'll roll this one normally. Sorry. Ugh.
Okay, that misses. I mean, you hit it, but it's like punching a rock.
Oh, okay. Let's do flurry of blows. 2 more. 22 and 12. Oh my goodness.
22 hits.
9 damage.
Okay.
So 21 total.
So you run up and just start do at this thing, right? And it's like that Dragon Ball Z, Vegeta gets punched in the face and then he turns around and he's like unaffected by it. He is taking damage, but this is nothing to him. You're beating on a literal punching bag.
That's fun. Okay. A little help, boys. That's my turn.
All right, Quintus, you're up.
I'm torn, so I'm just gonna can't Quintus is still reeling from the divination, can't think of a spell, and just starts shouting like at least do something original and
Okay.
try and vicious mockery it.
Okay, it can definitely take a vicious mockery. What is the save again? Wisdom?
Wisdom.
It has advantage on this. Oh, it's to the GM. I'm so sorry. Well, he got a fucking 0, so
With advantage?
no, not with advantage. I'm sorry. That was a normal roll. Let me.
That's impressive.
How do you edit that? What was it? Where do you edit that? I forgot.
The gear
Oh, there it is.
thing.
There it is. I got it. Okay, I know, and then always. Okay, there.
It's a
we
new
go.
one?
This song?
Yeah.
No,
I don't think I remember that part before.
it's The Witcher. Okay, it gets a 14. Or yeah.
Or 5 psychic damage and disadvantage on next attack roll.
Okay. Cool. You psychically, taunt it, and it doesn't even turn in your direction. It's more focused on the guy who keeps punching him in his gut.
So
Okay.
took that damage.
Past Illican.
It did.
All right. Gonna move here. A wild shape into a griffin.
Alrighty. I
That is the
have
bonus
this for
action.
you.
Once I get that token, I'll move into prime flanking position.
You are in prime flanking position, my friend.
All right, and then let me get the sheet out. I don't know why the double click's not working. Okay. Let's do it. So what? One attack with beak, one with claws. All right. I don't
Okay.
know why it's rolling to
It's
GM.
okay. I can see him, so just don't worry about it. 24 hits.
Okay. 10 piercing.
Okay, it damages him.
Now the claws. Oh, it's an advantage,
Crit
right?
definitely hits. Oh my god, 17. Okay.
17 slashing.
You do run up and start scraping and scratching at his back as a griffin, and he does take this damage as there's this like greenish blood that pours out of his body from the wounds. He's not bloodied, but he's very close.
All right, that's my turn.
Gabar.
Well, two things. Sanar's not on the initiative, and V would
you.
be before me. I
Sanar's
don't
not
think she
even on
got
the
that
fucking
plus 3
map.
in.
Over here.
It's all right.
And I'll reorder it. V, you're up next.
Okay. Alright, I'll just stick with what I was gonna do anyways. I will cast Scorching Ray.
Okay.
And let's get some attack rolls. There's one. 23.
That hits.
That hits. Cool. I also get a D8 on this.
Yep. So here's the deal.
So
The
10 plus 5.
fire blasts into his back, but it doesn't seem to hurt him as bad as you thought it would.
Alrighty, that's fine. So 5 fire, 5 psychic.
He's bloodied.
2 more dosmas.
Hit.
And last one.
Hit. Jesus.
Sweet.
All right.
So then 3 fire and 4.
Oh, wait, I gotta. There you go. Okay.
Should have changed it to psychic, I guess. Yeah, but that's it.
Okay. You blast into it with your fire, plucking at strands of the weave that react like it almost turns into a lightning bolt because the weave is so unstable. But you land fire bolts at this creature, scorching rays, that don't seem to burn it or affect it as much. It definitely takes the damage, and it like swings its arm back to like hit the griffin, which knocks the griffin back. You know, he's like swinging wildly around, kind of like the Hulk, smashing his fists into the ground and stuff. All right, is that your turn, V?
I'll move behind this moon thing.
Okay.
Planet.
Next in the order is Gabar.
All right. I'll just shout to the group, be like, "Do what we did before. Look to the heavens for some foresight." And then I'm going to do that, even though we don't really need it right now, but I think that's
Okay.
cool.
right.
And then I'm going to. I did not prepare a whole lot of offensive spells, so I'm gonna throw a couple of pieces of paper at this thing and cast a test strike.
Okay.
26 to hit.
That definitely hits.
Okay.
Okay, so he'll just take the damage. And he is resistant to acid, cold, and fire.
All right. I'll relay that. And then no acid, cold, or fire. And that will. I'm gonna follow V's lead, and I'm gonna hide behind V.
Okay.
That's my turn.
Hey, you would have had advantage if you foresighted.
Yeah, I mean, I could, but it's not like test strike benefits from a crit, anyways.
Yeah. Oh, that's true. You're right. All right. So,
Does the test strike still do damage?
Yes.
When
I don't.
when
You
they're
can't do no. Yeah, because it's
Well,
not.
it would only be
Yeah,
3
unless it's
damage.
immune.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah,
It would.
I was thinking about half of 1. I
No,
don't
yeah,
know.
there is no half of 1, so the lowest you can get is 1. It doesn't reduce it to 0.
Oh, okay.
So,
So
it always,
still
even if
6
it's
points damage.
resistant, yeah, so it's still 6 points of damage. It is a very good, that is a very good cantrip in my opinion. I really like it.
Does Crusher?
No, yeah, it's great. I don't use it a lot, but I do like it.
It is cool. Okay, that is your turn.
Yeah.
Okay, Sapphira, you're up.
Real quick, just to make sure, doesn't Crusher give you advantage on that?
Yes, but it doesn't. Gamar can't benefit from Crusher.
Oh, okay. I am going to go, I guess, right over here, and
Okay.
With that Crusher benefit, I will attack this guy twice with advantage. Let's go.
You do that.
Hold on.
Oh,
I'm gonna
A lot
use
of crits tonight.
Yeah, pretty good on the crits. I'll use a second level smite on that guy.
On the crit.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. Why wouldn't you?
68. Nice.
How do you want to do this?
Oh, just
wow.
cut
You didn't
that
even get to
frog-
regenerate or anything.
I just cut that froggy face off.
Yeah, you just slash into it and you lop off this thing's giant head that's like forward facing, and it collapses to the ground completely dead.
Scared to kill things too quickly because Jay will take it out on us later.
No, it's
when
okay.
we
I'm
least
not,
suspect it.
if you
adding
think
hit
that's
points to the
if
ice
you
devil.
think that's the worst thing.
I think he's still reeling from the Charlin Dragon.
Let's see, 28 was the last damage.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Let me just add that to my notes. All right. So we are out of turn order. This thing lies dead on the floor. Let's take a quick break. Let's go take a quick, make it quick because the session's almost over.
Real happy that the slot never even got his turn.
Yeah, it's probably for the best.
Yeah, I've ran a couple of slots. Those things are fucking nasty. I feel like there's been an unnatural amount of natural 20s on this session.
I see that. Well, you get them out now.
Just make sure we have karmic dice turned off.
Yeah, it definitely is a good thing that the slot didn't get its turn.
Last thing Big Smile needs is more.
Another thing inside of him.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh.
I thought you'd be more amenable to that, Will. You know, like you'll be a father soon.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't want to be like the bard dad to a tiny little slod baby though.
Yeah. So actually, this slide does chaos phage. He doesn't do the egg implantation thing,
Oh, okay.
Will,
which is still fucking awful.
Do you have a band-aid on your eye?
Yeah.
What happened?
What happened?
I'll message you guys in a little bit about it. That way it's not in the live recording.
Okay.
That doesn't sound bad at all.
Yeah.
Jeez.
All right.
You
So
don't have to say it.
Yeah, sorry.
God damn it, Chris. All right. So we're back in the game. You guys are in this planetarium room. There's a set of stairs that lead up to the floor above. There's all these crashed planets and a starry ceiling.
What's the future saying comes next, kid?
I predict we'll be going up those stairs now.
Can I take a look up?
Sure.
I mean, unless there's anything immediately impending in my way, I'll head up then.
You head up the stairs. Does everyone follow?
Yes.
Yes.
Very cool. Let's put everybody's token in one square, please. Probably on the stairs.
Oh yeah, Illiken will drop his wild shape.
Yeah, you did the most damage. So
Take it.
don't want to take the slab with me. All right. So you walk up the stairs into this chamber. So silvery light emanates from an 8-foot diameter crystal orb hovering above a large stone plinth in the center of this rubble-strewn circular chamber. Eyeballs drift inside the orb like a fishbowl. Some of these eyeballs have cataracts, while others are bloodshot or pus-filled. But all turn and gaze at you as you approach. Spread equidistant around this chamber are several stone pedestals, each with a 6-inch diameter crystal ball resting atop it. Most of the orbs are inert, but 3 of them still glow with an arcane energy. Tables cluttered with rubble, ruined parchment, and destroyed books sit between each of the stone pedestals, and an ornate spiral staircase leads to a sealed hatch in the ceiling. There's the spiral staircase. There's the giant fucking orb with eyeballs floating inside of it that are looking at you. There are a bunch of stone plinths around. 1, 2, 3 of the crystal balls that rest on these pedestals are lit. That is what you guys see.
Can I go up to the hatch and
Yeah.
Is there a lock on it?
It is an adamantine hatch, and it doesn't appear to be a lock, but when you check the handle, a magical padlock comes into view, as if it is arcane locked.
I'll relay that to the group.
That's easy enough to take care of in a moment. These you said there's 3 of these glowing orbs on these pedestals.
Yes, and there's also a corpse in this room, like a skeleton.
Okay.
I wonder if this bloke knows anything.
I can assure you, he knew what he knew in life.
Well, maybe we
Charming.
can see what he knows in death too.
You guys want to check any of this stuff out?
Yeah, I'm gonna go check out just any of the glowing crystal balls.
Sure. So each of the crystal balls in this room, you will know, can act as a spell casting focus. However, 2 of the glowing orbs are cracked and like heavily damaged. I mean, all of them are pretty well heavily damaged, but the ones that are still illuminated are still heavily damaged, and every so often it gives off a little arcane spark, as if it's like faulty or malfunctioning. However, one of them, this one far to the right here, has stuff going on with it. I'll find it right now. Yes, so it is a crystal ball, and within it is a swirling galaxy that takes the appearance of an eye, like in the shape of an eyeball. It seems fairly undamaged. Actually, it's not touched at all.
All right, yeah, I'm gonna go to that one.
Mhm.
I'm gonna pick it up then.
Sure, you do that.
And nothing. I don't like. No Temple of Doom goes
Nope.
down.
Mm-mm.
All right.
Does he ponder it?
Pondering his orb.
Pondering his orb.
I'm just gonna be like, I think I recognize this from the book that I was reading. There's some sort of focus that the diviners would use. I'm gonna try something right quick, and I'm gonna do something with this.
Mhm.
I'm going to look into it. I'm going to recite a quick incantation that I read in this diviner's book that I found in the library.
Sure.
And at the end of the incantation, anyone that's nearby and listening hears me utter the word, well, the name avarice at the end of it, and I'm going to cast scrying.
Whoa!
Ooh.
Well,
And the second that I say avarice, I complete the spell. If it works, it's like the Doctor Strange, where he like it gets sucked out into like through time and space, and that happens to Gabar, and sees like just time and space warping around him until he either the spell fails if she succeeds, and I'll get jettisoned back into my own body, or I see where she is.
No, we've done this before, and we had a map that was hers, right?
oh yeah, you do.
Ooh.
Okay.
Yeah, I have that though.
Hey, I gotta hide this.
Now you do.
Yeah, I could have been like,
Sweet.
give me the map before I did that.
Sweet.
I think you were the one who had it anyway.
All right, and it's a what kind of save? A wisdom save, right?
It is indeed a wisdom save.
She has a -4. A +0, -4.
Okay.
Right? You've met the target,
Well,
but you have a possession of hers.
yes, correct.
Okay.
You know the target. Yep.
Oh my god, she failed. Okay. So, you want to scry on Avarice, huh?
Yes.
You will see. She is. You'll get the inside of some sort of crude tent, and there you will see Avarice diligently spread out with books and maps and tomes. Her little ice staff resting across her lap. She appears to be inside of a reghead tent, studying and researching and preparing herself. It appears that a war has not commenced yet. But there's no one around her. She's just studying on her own. It's still, almost midday, so still early. You're muted.
It just looks like she's poring over her books, though. Just isn't,
Mhm.
She just all right. It's good information to have. I'll speak out very much like V was when she was doing her seance, and just like I got like the 1,000-yard stares. I'm looking into this eye and just relaying this information back to the party. And after a few minutes, if nothing else happens, then I will drop the spell and just come back and be like, no attacks going on outside yet. Looks like she's still preparing herself. I'd have to guess waiting on word from whatever creature she sent after us to report back of our demise.
I will say, Gabar, as you were gazing into this crystal ball, channeling your scrying through it, you get the sense that this item is more than just a focus. There is powerful divination within this item. You just have to attune.
That's good to know very much.
Mm-hmm. I'll also give you this just for fun. The other cracked ones are this.
Nice.
I know. How ironic, right?
I'll point that out to the rest of the group. Like, if anyone else would like one of these themselves, magic might be a little, what's the word? Unpredictable, but
Bolin doesn't even. She just snatches one up, plops it in her bag.
not surprised.
I think maybe we toss the other one in the bag of holding for a rainy day.
Sure. Okay. So there are dozens of tomes and scrolls on the tables around, and in the center of the room there is this massive levitating crystal ball that is undamaged, but it has all these eyeballs floating inside of it that all like watch you guys in the room.
Can I? Oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna say Big Small would go up to the big thing and like tap on the glass and see if
Oh.
you guys are responsive.
So they definitely respond to you, but also once you make contact with it, you get the sense that it's like it wants to seek knowledge for you.
Oh.
But you will also notice on the plinth below it, written around the circle, is a inscription in Loros.
Yeah. Scant, we got a translation here, bud.
Oh, yes, of course. It says, ask and we shall find.
All right, no, we were just in our library, but this could be endless knowledge right at our fingertips here.
This thing like the ones on the Nautiloid?
Maybe. What do you think we should ask it?
Where is Ariel Arthas right now?
How to stop arcane blight?
Do you just ask it to the eyes and they just... Do you think they understand our language, or do you have to tell it in Loros?
Try it in common first, I guess.
Yeah, I'll address the eyes then and just ask them, be like, where is Ariel Arthas now?
Do you just ask it out loud, or do you touch the orb and ask it?
Well, I'll try without touching it first, and
You
if there's
get
no
no
response,
reaction. Yeah.
then I will touch it and then ask it.
Awesome. So you touch the orb and ask, where is Ariel Arthas? Well, this acts sort of like the spell divination. But what I need you to do is make a constitution saving throw.
Okay. Is this a magical effect?
Sure.
Okay.
Okay, you succeed.
16.
It will respond in a unison of voices, all speaking as one. And it will say something about in his tower, in his study, watching, always watching.
Says this out loud or in Gabar's head?
In Gabar's head. Yeah.
So I say he's in his tower.
It answered?
It spoke to me in my head.
Ask it about the arcane blight.
Right, yeah. How does one rid themselves of this arcane blight?
Make a constitution saving throw. You succeed. It will say that the arcane blight is a corruption of the weave. And it can only be, it seeps into people who spend lots of time exposed to it, kind of like radiation poisoning. It will say the only way to remove this affliction is with a greater restoration or stronger magic.
Well, there's nothing we can do now about it, that's for certain.
And it'll like make sure that it's clear that it'll get rid of it for now, but you're still like exposed to radiation.
This well of knowledge is invaluable. If there's anything we have ever wanted to know, we can just ask these eyes, and they'll. Seems like they would know how to answer.
The
I'm gonna
obelisk.
move up and touch it and
Yep.
ask where the arcane spindle is.
Okay. Make a Constitution saving throw.
Absolutely.
All right, you succeed. Okay. It will say it is in the stasis chamber in the spire of Eriolarthus.
Big Small will go up and touch it.
Okay.
How do we kill the Frostmaiden?
Okay. Make a Constitution saving throw.
V doesn't say anything, by the way.
So you fail.
Wait, Big Small fails?
He does. As the DC gets higher and higher and higher every time you ask it a question.
Oh my goodness.
So, with that,
Wait, is he in the aura? He's in the aura, isn't he?
he is in the aura. You
Oh.
succeed.
But it feels like janky. It's
All right, so interesting. Let me read up on the spell.
his eyes are seem to be getting a little tough. I don't know how many more questions we have here, boys.
It will say, no, you don't know that now.
Oh, okay.
I spoiled it for myself.
Oh, okay.
Because I thought you had failed. So you do not know that.
Okay. Ask away, boys. These questions.
yeah.
These eyes
Keep
love
'em
questions.
So you will get that you cannot, a god cannot be killed by a mortal. But she can be banished from this realm. If you could defeat her 3 forms.
Oh, ho, ho, ho. I mean, like, to be fair, Big Smile would be prompted to ask, "What are the 3 forms?"
Okay. Make a Constitution
Could
saving
I?
throw.
Could I? Oh man, never mind.
Just to be fair, because he wouldn't know.
You're in my aura.
Okay. Now you failed.
With the aura too.
Yeah. What is it? A +4?
+3.
Plus 3, 22.
Okay. Yeah. No, you fail. So
Oh.
you need to make, or you need to take this much damage.
Please be a little bit.
15 points of force damage.
Okay.
As you will touch the orb, ask you the questions. Your question will be answered. There are 3 forms. The cold crone, which is the one that you have actually seen her in before. That is her hunched over ugly thing. There is I think it's like the Lady of Ice or something. Let me find the handout for this. Oh, it doesn't have the name. Basically it will like tell you and sort of give you a flash in your mind. You've actually seen all 3 of the forms before. There's the cold crone, the ugly horned thing. Then there's this giant ice woman. And then the third one is a diamond-shaped block of ice.
We've seen that one too.
You have at the island of Solstice.
Renditions of them.
Right. You haven't actually seen her in these forms.
Gotcha.
You've seen statues depicting these forms.
Ah.
However, once you cast the spell, which eye do you like better, your right or your left?
My right.
Oh, fuck.
What?
You reel back in pain, right? As you are dropped on the ground, as one of your eyeballs have been magically plucked from your head
No,
Oh, fuck.
and now float within the orb. You are missing an eye now, so that has a mechanical effect on you. And it's this.
Oh no.
You have disadvantage on perception checks that rely on sight and ranged attack rolls.
Oh, okay. That's not great.
Do it again.
So you guys watch him reel back in pain as he pulls his hand back, and we get the camera shot of his fucking eye is just an empty socket.
No way.
Yeah, Big
What
Smile
level
would
is
just like
Regenerate?
fucking drop to the ground and be like rolling around, like hammering the ground.
Sapphire was going to ask a question, but I don't think she's going to do that anymore.
Big Smile.
You don't use ranged attacks.
Yeah, that's not the worst thing in the world.
What level spell is regenerate?
7.
7.
Yeah. Not looking good.
All right, so you guys watch Big Smile reel back. You do recover after a bit because it's only 15 points of damage, so the pain subsides a little bit, but you just don't have a fucking eye.
Oh. Does it have a cool scar or something? Or
It just plucked out of your socket.
Ah, it's not even gangster. Fuck.
There.
Oh,
What in the fucking hell's just happened?
this magic isn't to be trifled with.
Yeah, V had her hand on the thing, about to ask another question too, but no.
Let's get what we need and get the fuck out of here.
So what did you
We can
learn?
always move on to the next best thing, and I'll walk over to this corpse.
Sure. Okay. I think while this is happening, Valen will have noticed that happened. I think Valen, who doesn't need to lose another eye, like she will be blind. So she has been rummaging through the papers and books on the stuff and is finding all the cool magic stuff. All right, so V, you want to cast Speak with Dead on this thing?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
So it is a partially preserved corpse, partially. But as you like turn it over to like get access to its head, you will see that both of its eyes are missing.
Of course.
And you can
Nice.
cast Speak with That on it if you so wish.
All right. The first thing I would like to know is.
Oh yeah, it wakes up. Ready to speak. Go ahead.
Who are you?
Make a persuasion check.
Shortly.
Okay.
Nice.
I have a name for this person. Oh no, I know where it is. Hold up. Magister Lyander.
Magister Lyander.
Actually, it's just Lyander. Not Magister.
What?
He's
He
not
didn't say Magister?
He's not a Magister.
Okay. Lyander, it seems you fell victim to this orb, as did my friend here. Do tell, what information did you glean before your passing?
He was trying to discover where the creature came from. No. How to defeat the creature. That's 2.
What creature?
The blue slod.
Alright. Well, it seems you have to punch it really hard and have a paladin with you, but what happened after the crash? Do you remember anything?
The slod escaped. Apius sealed herself in her chamber and told me to seal off and quarantine the tower.
I will look up and say, it appears it was Apis that quarantined the tower, and it seems that she sealed herself away, perhaps up above.
I mean, if her body's still there, maybe we could talk to her too.
Most definitely, she definitely know more than this poor fellow here. Is there anything else? That anyone can think of? I'm sure his knowledge is limited.
Why was he in the tower, maybe? I guess he just worked here from the sound of it.
Appears so. He said he knew
The obelisk.
Apis. She gave him orders. Worth a try. The obelisk of Irialathus. Do you know what it does?
He does not.
Very well. And that was 5.
You know what? Make a luck check, right? Like pick even or odd and then
Luck?
roll. Yeah, like pick even or odd and then roll a
Sure.
d6.
Sure. Let's do. Can I look at the ceiling real quick?
Yeah, right.
Let's go even.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, he doesn't know.
Yeah. Maybe his boss does.
He fades back down into existence. His spirit goes back beyond the veil.
Well, if we really wanted to gamble and eyeball against the knowledge of the obelisk,
I'm not fucking going near that.
You're almost certainly gonna lose one.
I'm not making that gamble.
Right, go right ahead.
Quintus, can't you just command Valen to do this? I say
Do that.
hushedly. I say very quietly. I'm joking.
Yeah, let's burn every bridge. So if Apius sealed herself away, we've seen what happened to other wizards who sealed themselves away. Is she gonna be a Nothic up there?
There's no way to find out.
I don't know if there's like some sort of power threshold that, you know, the arcane blade only affects those not well attuned, because I don't think Uriel Arthas had been transformed, unless he's just an incredibly powerful Nothic as well. Maybe she hasn't been turned.
Or maybe their connection with the weave makes it go much further than a Nothic. For the best, prepare for the worst.
Okay.
Well, we
What's
have
the
to
plan?
go up there anyways to get the inscription, so. Before we do that, though, I see Valen pouring over all the cool magic notes and shit. Is there anything else in the room that she hasn't got to yet that looks valuable?
Why don't you make an investigation check and I'll see if you find something that she hasn't uncovered yet.
Anything interesting, Valen?
Yes, she did find something interesting, and she'll tell you. Gabar finds. Okay, yeah, so you do find something. So you do find a book that's relatively well preserved. It's called the Astral Almanac, and it is a tome describing the alignment of stars and their influence on magical energies. It's wizards consult this book for like precise timing for certain divination rituals. Like this is when the moon will be aligned with this planet, be aligned with this star, and it sort of heightens magical energies, but it's out of date, right? But Valen will say, I have found this spell scroll. She'll tuck it in her bag. And this tome, Ephemeral Shadows. It's basically a collection of essays on the art of scrying and seeing into hidden dimensions. There's like different techniques for looking into reflective surfaces to cast scrying, to see what you want to see. It's basically like a how-to on perfecting the scrying spell.
Hmm.
Oh, by the way, that dead wizard has another rogue wand on him.
You said he had another oak wand?
Yep.
Cool. I'll grab it.
Sure, you can have it. All right. Is there anything else you guys would like to do in this room?
I think just probably once we're ready to go up the staircase, and I can use knock to open it.
Okay. So you want to do that? Is everybody cool with that?
Big
Yep.
Smile's pretty rattled. I think he'd be tempted to just fucking wait outside. He's pretty sick of this tower, to be honest.
Makes sense. Makes sense. So kablam! You cast knock. And this adamantine hatch, it didn't appear to have any handles on it. When you cast knock on it, it whoosh, like slides into the wall or slides into the like ceiling / floor. And just there's a chamber above you. It automatically opens when you cast knock on it.
Then, I mean, it seems like that creature was the reason this place was quarantined, so we might be okay to go out. And hoping APS is dead or chill.
Okay. So do you guys want to head up to this chamber?
Mhm.
Cool. So you didn't notice this because it was facing the backside, but there actually is an opening in this roof. A large ornate telescope dominates this circular chamber. It peers through a damaged slot in the tower at the glacial wall on the other side of it, right? It's just looking straight at the wall. Adamantine shields cover the observatory's windows. So that, well, again, when I said there was no windows, that's because they're all covered by adamantine shields. Rubble and debris litter the space from a large chunk of stone that has lodged itself through one of the windows and into the floor like a jagged knife. Peering through the eyepiece of the telescope stands a large, frog-like creature with green scales or flesh. Clad in wizardly eye-patterned robes, it mutters to itself, seemingly indifferent to the disarray and your arrival. It looks like this. Only has a bunch of eyeballs all over the robes, like an eyeball pattern. It is muttering to itself and frantically looking through this telescope, oblivious to the fact that you guys have entered this chamber. Oh, let me pull you over the map. I'm just going to move everybody's token real quick. Yes?
Isn't knock like loud as hell?
Yes.
Still doesn't notice us.
No.
Wow.
It mutters to itself. There's also like books and notes and stuff scattered all around the room. This place is a wreck. What would you guys like to do?
First things first, like scan the ceiling looking for an inscription.
There isn't one.
just say hello?
I'll just knock on the floor and see if he notices.
It does not. It mutters to itself in Loros. And then it bursts into laughter. And then continues looking through the...
I look to Scant and I say, "Did you understand what it said?"
He did, sort of. He'll say that it's basically gibberish.
I think he may be deaf.
It will...
This is the
It will look away from the telescope, turn around, and basically like you pass through its sight, and it will start writing on a piece of paper, just random piece of paper that it found, like a little scrap, and write on it with an empty quill, and then turn around and continue looking through this telescope. It'll crank a knob or two, and then look through it some more.
It looked in our direction, didn't really pay attention to us.
It's like in its own world.
Can I cast detect thoughts on it?
I mean, yes, but it's gonna be like trying to look into the mind of a Nothic.
Nothing I haven't done before.
Yeah, let's see.
Let me post a spell.
Okay.
Is his intelligence at least 3?
It is. Yeah, so I mean you get a link. What is passing through its mind is, I wonder what time it is. I haven't had tea in a while. And then it's like, oh, but I must continue on my research. And then it's like, oh, that was a funny joke. And then, oh no, must focus on the research. Must fix the telescope.
So he's not that insane. He's just a little ADHD.
It is very chaotic.
Right. Can I can I loom what's large in its mind?
It
Maybe his
really,
research.
it really, 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 really badly wants to fix this fucking telescope.
Okay.
But then, like, it keeps getting
Somebody
distracted.
working on telescope.
Yeah, it's like focusing, and it starts to get somewhere, and then it gets distracted, turns around, writes lettuce on a piece of paper, and then throws it in the air, and continues working on the telescope. Does anyone say anything? You all are basically standing there staring at this weird creature.
Yeah, I think at a certain point, I'll just be like, hello, do you speak common?
It does not, but it will, once you like try to get its attention, it will turn towards you and bare its fangs and sort of hulk up a little bit, and it'll say in Loros, "Leave this tower at once. I will not tolerate distractions. I'm so close to a breakthrough."
Guess I'll cast tongues on myself again then.
Okay. I think we're going to end the session here.
Yeah.
Give you guys some time to work out what the fuck.
Oh. Damn.
Okay. Very cool.
So is Ariel Arthas just like a huge monstrosity then? Because apparently,
Is this Apius?
I would have to guess.
I would think so, yeah. Unless if there was like a corpse in the room that we didn't see yet.
Well, you also didn't actually fight the blue slot. You just murked it. So there might have been more of an explanation there.
Well, I mean,
Maybe
we
I
could do
should
this
know
next
the
time
last
too.
sentence.
But while Big Smile was outside, if there's like a piece of ice, he could like start to whittle down with one of his darts.
Okay.
Try and find something he can put in the empty
Sure.
cave.
Okay. You start working on that.
Sure.
Before we go, I really, really badly want to give this thing to Gabar. So I think Gabar, you get a faint sense of what it does when you cast your scry on it, but I want to give you the Orb of Foresight.
Okay.
Whoa.
Nice. Oh, that's fucking awesome.
It's a legendary item.
What?
What?
Ooh. Whoa.
Oh, dude, you can fucking learn Loros.
That was
You can learn
exactly,
Loros.
yeah, that's gonna be the first thing I do with it.
Well, you're not attuned yet.
Right. Well, that's why, yeah, I'm definitely like I'm eager to, but I don't want to hold up the entire expedition.
You can cast 2 spells.
Yes, sir.
What?
Yeah. That's nuts. Once per day, but that's still insane.
That's really good.
That's insane. Literally insane. Holy crap.
As a reaction, when a creature you see within 30 feet of you takes damage, that creature gains an additional action if it's the creature's turn.
Or it can take an action
It's
immediately.
immediately, even though it is wow.
Oof. Oof.
That is awesome.
Wow. That is powerful.
It's a legendary item.
That's sick. The art looks so cool too.
That's Will's art.
AI generator, baby.
Oh, nice.
I bet it feels good in your hand when you have it too.
Yeah, I was just thinking like if I lost an eye to this thing, I'd probably just put it where my eye was, but that's not something I have to do. I can't wait to attune this thing.
That looks like it's got a good heft to it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I just wanted to give you that before we ended the session, just so
Yeah, dude, that's
be
awesome.
excited for that.
Oh, yeah. I mean, because I haven't really got like a magic item that's been like wizard focused
Sure.
yet. So that's awesome.
Do
Well,
you
you
have
got
enough
that
attunement
illusionist
slots
book.
The
available?
illusion book, yeah.
Yeah, the duplex magic, but I'm not an illusion wizard, so it's like the only spell that I've used hallucinatory terrain and Nistel's magic aura, but the one that I've really been waiting to use is mislead. So
Nice.
because that's a fun spell. Oh man,
I mean, yeah, that's one of the coolest magic items I've ever seen.
Yeah,
that
that's
is
pretty
awesome.
Looks sick.
pretty gnarly.
It plays off of Gabar's whole seeing into the future thing and changing the reality.
That's cool. Damn. All right.
Now I just gotta think of like some wombo combos I can do with some of my spells.
Yeah.
You should always be worried when the DM starts buffing everybody up.
Oh no.
You did just debuff Big Smile, so
I did. Well, he debuffed himself, okay? I made y'all roll con saves every fucking time.
It's only for ranged attacks. He's not a ranged attacker.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all melee.
Yeah, it's not direly detrimental. It's not a deal,
Yeah.
but it's not like my character is broken.
I almost, as like a joke, thought to ask it what a really good pumpkin pie recipe was, and I'm really happy I did it.
Could you imagine you burned one of the my eye died for that, Kabar.
But I got a really good pumpkin pie recipe.
It'd be the best one in the Forgotten Realms, though.
Make a fortune off
Killing
that.
Yeah. All right. Well, there you guys go. You did not see an inscription anywhere in this tower for the ritual, the arcane ritual.
Gotta look through the telescope.
Sure.
Ooh. It was that, or I was gonna try to cast see invisibility, see if it's like in the ethereal plane, but that's probably smarter.
Maybe it's covered up by some papers.
Well, the other ones were like on the ceiling, right?
Mhm, or on the wall. So yeah, they're like pretty obvious usually.
Yeah.
There is also a spot that's just destroyed, so could have been there.
That would suck.
You'll have to find out.
Next time
Yeah.
on.
All right. Well, good
Cool.
session, guys. I had lots
right.
of fun.
Yeah.
Cheers, boys. We're good for next week, huh?
See you guys next
Yeah.
week.
Yep. Till
Until
next time.
Vita.
Good,
See you
good
next week.
session, everybody.
Yeah.
All
Cheers,
right.
y'all.
All right.
Bye.
All right.
Bye.
See you in a week. Bye.
Adios.